Starship flew. No one showed up for the flame trench, so you're stuck with me. Let's roll the intro.
And here we go. We have liftoff. Propulsion continues to be nominal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Following up.
Water towers fly! Yes!
Tango down to nominal. Flighting downside FD off. Bring in FD off. It's orange!
R45! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Décollage.
Look at this!
Put that in the big bag,
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
The methane would be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You good? Sure. We don't need any more of these.
Wait. I think we're supposed to do the show now.
Is it the show?
I think it's the show.
Is it the show?
Oh, just at the very beginning, we're going to have somebody step in and hand us something.
Hi, thanks, Dan. Dan's my dad.
I believe, y'all. Yeah, look, it's us. It's us on a
Is that
tailgate.
us? Oh, wait, we could do it in the infinity shot.
I got to lean out of the way just to show the stuff. Hey, folks, it's
Don't do that on
time
air.
for the... Is there a centerfold in the truck manual?
No,
I don't think there is.
I wasn't
Is there?
looking at how the tailgate works, I swear.
I'm slightly concerned this is too much weight. For
No,
the
it's
tailgate.
fine. If the tailgate falls down, the tailgate falls down. Folks, we are all the way out here at Starbase right now. We had all the gear. We're like, how are we going to do a show? Are we going to do a remote show? Are we going to dial into a Zoom call or whatever? No, not today. We rolled up to our highway site and are dealing with a little bit of wind. Hopefully it's not too bad. Y'all bear with us because we're here out at Starbase. This is how it is sometimes. We want to give you the full experience. So we are literally sitting on the tailgate of the NSF truck talking about the launch. With me today, I've got Mr. Jack. How you doing, Jack?
Doing good. Still recovering, but doing good.
All right.
You know, thankful we're still in this like temperate part of the year.
Yeah.
So that we can do this and not be miserable.
This literally just blew in.
Yeah,
like this low clouds that's going over us. It was sunny, and we were getting a little warm, and then this low cloud blew in just as you drove up.
Yeah, I didn't even bother putting my hat on, so maybe that was my mistake. But
It's
yay.
nice. And also we have Mr. EJ.
Hello.
All right.
Hello there.
How you doing, EJ?
I'm good. Like you said, now that the clouds are in, it's nice. That breeze is very, very nice.
EJ, Chris in the back channel says EJ doesn't like non-Ford manuals.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It
Love
might as well
import,
have been in
man.
Japanese.
Hey, this truck was made in the United States, sir.
Yeah, but it says Toyota on the box.
No, but it's still made in the United States.
You know what? I could put a Toyota in a box for you, or you could.
No, it's got to be your truck.
Seriously?
No, it's got to be your truck.
Anyways, y'all, today we're going to be hanging out just talking about how the last couple days went. I didn't really read y'all into this, but if I'm too loud in your headset, you can actually turn down your output. They're in the same order we're sitting, and the knob's on the bottom of your output. I know I'm super loud, but if I'm screaming in your ears, like making them bleed, just turn your outputs down.
It's fine.
We're
No more than normal.
We're
Wait, did you guys put up this drop cloth?
Yeah,
to,
we
like,
put up a little
make a
wind
nice
thingy.
little set and everything.
We didn't
got
have
a
any
windbreak, dude.
C-stands or anything.
What
but
do you think we are,
drop
amateurs?
cloth, a
I
moldy
mean-
painted drop cloth.
Hey, it works.
I don't actually know if they can see that in frame.
I think moldy painted drop cloth is Moldy Space Industries.
That's
relative.
the movie magic. Hey, could somebody sort of secure that box so that the lid's not flopping around?
Yeah, Dan, secure the box. What are you
Special
doing?
guest appearance from Gage here. Wave to the cameras, Gage.
Thank you,
There's
Gage.
Yeah.
Succeeding where Dan failed.
Dan is in the background. Anyways, we are going to talk about the flight. We just figured we'd do it on the tailgate of the truck here. We're reading chat, so you got questions for us, super chats and stuff like that come in. We're able to be out here because y'all support. You know how that works.
Yeah,
but
I'm looking at you, chat. I'm also conversely looking at myself, which is Not
Can
a
you, oh,
great
look at that.
experience.
There's an overhead camera, too. There's multiple views. We can see the ship getting lifted in the background. We have all the other cameras we
Booster.
can bring in. The booster, thank you. The ship already done lifted itself
Yeah, the ship did
into
did-
34 million pieces.
It did lift itself. into a
We
lot
have
of
that
pieces.
sky cam. That's actually road cam looking down at us right now. So y'all be able to see the ship getting lifted. Gosh,
Booster.
I'd blame it. The booster getting lifted and that sort of stuff in the background.
Hey,
But
at least you're not saying downcomer.
now I'm going to.
Down tuber.
You shouldn't have reminded me.
Hi, Jack.
Anyways, who here was around for the live launch yesterday? There's not even like a document or anything. Is there other space news we're supposed to cover?
Ariane 6 launched.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah. Okay.
Good job.
Look, Flame Trench, totally from memory. No list of things that we're supposed to talk about. We have YouTube chat right here.
Yep.
We have some back channel telling us if everything is totally broken. Thank you for bearing with us. There's a little wind every now and then. We appreciate y'all understanding that we're here live at Starbase. But from memory, EJ, did you see Ariane 6 launch?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it
Looked
launch?
good. Yeah, it launched. It did just fine.
European space dominance all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, CSO-3 did launch. It launched out of Kourou. And everything seemed to go pretty dang well.
Yeah.
The one thing that I noticed that I guess it wasn't a big deal, that APU that they had trouble with last time, they didn't give a call out for when the APU turned on, but it did turn on. But we didn't hear them call it out, but it did turn on, and it put CSO-3 where it needed to go, did its disposal burn, and got the job done.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else interesting? You streamed that, I think, on your Twitch stream this morning, didn't you?
I did, and for the first time in a little while, we actually got some pretty good onboard views from Ariane 6.
Yeah.
We got good shots of the core stage separating.
It almost looked like a Starship sort of thing. Like they're taking notes from SpaceX, putting that rear facing. Did you see any of that, Jack?
It's
pretty good.
Of Ariane 6?
Yeah.
No, but I know what you're talking about. That kind of view.
Yeah.
Backwards view with it popping off, and you see him
it
purge out the engine.
rotating just like Starship rotates.
Get rotated.
Around. Of course, that one just ends up in the drink, right?
It burned up, dude.
I'm gonna try to keep us on task here, y'all. But good luck with that,
nerd.
Anyway, so Ariane 6 did a thing. What other news do we have this morning? EJ, you were streaming this, so we're gonna let you rerun the news.
Moon landing.
The moon landing.
So Athena, Intuitive Machines, their Nova C, their second Nova C, tipped over, just like the first one that tipped over.
Do we know what happened? I've seen stuff on X, the Everything app, about one leg sticking on a rock, and then the engine continuing to burn while it's teeter totter. I don't. Have we gotten any more information on what exactly? Why fall over, EJ?
I haven't been updated on it fully. To be honest with you, I haven't gotten the full updates, but that sounds very particularly plausible.
It landed in a crater.
Yeah.
I did see
it landed in a crater and tipped over.
The post.
It cratered, idiot.
The post
you don't even need me.
Oh my gosh. The post that I saw.
You've infected my brain, dude. Sorry, please.
No,
the
it's
post
fine.
that you
My
saw.
fault.
What about
the post that I saw on X, they literally said that the lander landed on the moon. I mean,
it landed.
Technically true,
I think. And it landed in one piece.
You could walk away from that landing, so it was a good landing.
And they were still getting telemetry and communications and stuff like that for it briefly.
Yep.
I think I saw that it landed in a crater.
Yep.
So, the traditional crater shape where you got the bowl, and if it doesn't land right in the bottom, it's on a slopey slope sort of bit. I was listening to it. We were setting up this morning, but I took some time to sit outside on the balcony at the Margaritaville Hotel, South Padre Island.
Shout out.
And it really was a nice place.
That's what I'm supposed to say, right?
Shout out.
It really was a nice place to sit and listen in on the moon landing while I was looking at the ocean and looking at the Starship pad in the distance. Anyways, there was that call out that the engine just kept firing.
Yeah, that was a little interesting.
It was they got telemetry. They were getting signal from it. They had multiple paths, and some were working, some weren't, but they were getting telemetry back. And they're we're sensing lunar gravity, but the engine's still running.
That tells me that it landed on a maybe the rim of this crater, slope, and it started rolling down like this, and because it started moving downward, the engine was I'm not on the ground yet, let me keep going, and then it tipped over at the bottom of the crater. It curbled hard.
Who amongst us hasn't done that in Kerbal,
So many times. You spend hours and hours and hours, and you get the thing, and you're finally there, and you touch down, and you finally don't bork the landing, and then it slides into the crater and tips over, and then you realize you don't have a quick save.
And EJ, remember before they got the landing leg friction fixed? It was just landing on ice.
Right.
And you would land on a crater, and the lander would just go brrr,
Well, see, I solved that.
Almost what happened.
I solved that problem in Kerbal by landing a pickup truck on the moon, and then it was drifting around craters. Who remembers?
Only you.
Interesting definition of solved the problem, I think. But.
Hey, it didn't tip over. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
So I was setting up my stream cameras for Starship and listening to the landing.
Yeah.
And, my heart goes out to it because it sounds like it was, just from hearing the control room chatter, it sounds like it was a complex and not fun situation.
Yeah.
As any issues in space probably.
It's like they didn't know. They kept calling it a dynamic situation.
Right.
Anytime the commenter says dynamic situation, it's like, look, we don't know what's going on.
And is Intuitive Machines, are they publicly traded?
Yep.
I think they're publicly traded, right?
Yep.
So they got to be really careful, about what they're what they're doing and saying and how they present what they do and say. But what I will say is one particular moment. Of course, this is what stuck out to me because I'm camera person.
Yeah.
I can't even talk anymore. I'm camera person.
He is camera.
I am camera. There was a moment where I think it was the mission director. Somebody was directing who was pointing the camera,
right,
and was saying like, "Oh, no, okay, wait, no, now give me a vehicle view." Okay, send that. And then just like the way that line was said was just like, ooh, this is good. Send it. And I appreciate a company that when you are in a critical state and landing on the moon, you could prioritize data. You could be like, oh, no one cares about an image. Like the imagery prioritization that we're seeing from not just Intuitive Machines but also Firefly
out
everybody there. Across the board, people realizing, companies realizing that hey, showing people stuff immediately, especially as much as I hate to say this phrase, in the age of social media, it matters. It makes a difference, and it gets people really, really, really hyped up, which I'm obviously so here for. So that camera view you were talking about on Ariane 6, similar kind of deal. It's important. Of course, Starship and SpaceX, legendary status.
When I saw that, I was wondering, wow, that actually looks really good. Do they have Starlink on Ariane 6 or something? Or do they have some other way of getting high-quality video back?
Their feed was 30 seconds behind. The onboard cameras were 30 seconds behind.
Okay, so probably Starlink? Let me tell you about buffering. Okay.
Spicy.
No. Anyways.
What you have to say is, let me tell you.
I didn't like any of that.
Jack, I totally interrupted you, though, dude. You're talking about the importance of imagery.
Imagery good. That's the moral of the long rambling story. Imagery good. Company with good imagery also good.
Yep.
Of course, I'm biased.
It really is, and we're getting spoiled. We're getting so much good imagery back. Even they released the shot of Intuitive Machines, the lander, sideways on the moon with the Earth in the background.
Yep.
Earth was in the background. If y'all haven't seen it, it's on X. I don't know if we may not be prepared enough to actually show that sort of stuff on the stream here.
It's the day after Starship.
No
it's
prep
fine.
today, right?
Everything's fine.
But
is the booster lifting? Is it on? Is it down?
You can see it. They've got it in the pip there, and I don't.
Chat, let us know.
Yeah,
let us know.
I'm watching. Is it not in the air yet?
I don't think it is.
If it's not in the
it might be. There might be a little air in there. I don't know. It's tough to see out here.
What if I ran away and shot left and then came back?
You could do that.
Is that okay? Because I want to see toasty raptors.
Yeah, dude. I mean, chat. Tell us if it is lifting right now, or back channel. Tell us if it's lifting. I don't know if that looks centered in the OLM anymore.
It looks like it's going up real slow.
Yeah. Or we can read in Control Center. We can read the back channel.
Someone's probably yelling at us.
And see what the status is. Hey, there's the Intuitive Machine shot. Thanks, Carson.
It's canonical. It's Karchin now.
Let me see. Yeah, Jack, if you want to go shoot it, dude, you should run and shoot it.
All right.
I don't see... Wait. Chris says nope. We'll ping you if it does.
Okay. You're the best, Chris.
Here's the thing. Chat, viewers, you're our remote production crew. Spam in chat if that thing starts to lift.
I'll Jack can go to it. I'll get some photos. I'll come back.
Chris is watching in the background as well. Maybe it's lifted just a little bit, but it's not really going yet. Jack, don't pull the headset out, please, but you can put the headset down and run over there and shoot some stuff, and then come back and tell us about it.
Okay, that sounds great. I will look out for Chris's ping.
Yeah. All right, just help us out. Hey, real quick, Daniel Hogbin for the Jack in a Kilt fun. Really wouldn't work, honestly, sitting here on the tailgate of the truck.
You don't want to see that.
It's not a thing.
I have the panel open, by the way.
Okay, cool. Appreciate the super chat there.
You don't want to see that.
Thanks for the awesome coverage yesterday, and always NASA Spaceflight. What is this one? I'm just going to forge ahead. Oh,
Sorry.
Daniel gifted 5 memberships as well.
Thanks,
Daniel. Despite the kilt thing, can we?
We're not doing the.
Everyone's like,
kilt
just wear
thing.
a kilt. Well, it'll end the kilt thing if you just wear a kilt. And it's like, you don't know. That's not how that works. If I wear a kilt thing, it becomes a meme. People will clip it. It will be a thing forever on the internet. Me in a kilt. It doesn't end the kilt thing. It perpetuates the kilt thing. So I'm never going to do the kilt thing.
But with AI image generation these days, does it really matter if you do it or not?
Why would you say that out loud?
Because it can
Dust?
still exist.
Why would you say that out loud?
You just stop it.
Why would you manifest
What does
that?
it matter if
I
you
was
really
going
do
to go
it?
with my traditional line of, if you buy me a Free Fly Systems Ember or a Canon RF 600mm f4 Prime, then I'll wear a kilt.
You would do what?
I'll wear a kilt.
To film the kilt with?
No, to
like
6,000 FPS. It's a quid pro quo. Oh God, we could. We actually could.
We should put a kilt at Danger Dune and then film it in slow motion with the rocket taking off in the background.
Actually, no, we shouldn't. But you know what we should do? That's a terrible idea. I hate you. But you know what we should do? Dan and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
And it's something we've talked about actually a little bit before, and of course on stream is bacon.
Yeah, I've heard bacon before.
At Danger Dune.
Oh. Do you want coyotes to chew all your cables?
Okay. Here's how it played out. Dan came to me in a stupor.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
kidding. Dan came to me and very eloquently said, "Hey, my good sir, we should put bacon at the Dune spot." And I was like, "Do you want coyotes?" That's exactly what I said. But no, what we need to do is make a mechanism that opens up and reveals the bacon.
like
that way the coyotes can't get to it.
A servo-controlled release mechanism.
So Dan and I spent 10 minutes sketching out this idea, and then I was like, yeah, we should do that. Let's wait till launch 30 or 40, and when we're playing around and it's not your ordinary Starlink, but it's Starship, then we'll burn some bacon with Raptor engines.
You know, the other idea is that we could telephoto it.
Kilt pro quo.
Kilt pro quo.
Or quid pro kilt.
Quid pro
kilt.
Quid. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know
my
anymore.
gosh.
I need water.
All I have is Red Bull.
Wait, hang on. I gotta put down my
Not
stuff.
sponsored.
Wait, time out. I'll get you water.
But if you work at Red Bull, call us.
Right. Here you go. Send that to Jack. You on?
I'm EJ.
You probably need to hydrate Jack.
I mean, also, yes.
Sponsored by Hill Country Fair, but whatever.
So, Chad, I don't know if you realized we haven't gotten sleep in a little bit.
What? I got great sleep last night at the Margaritaville Hotel.
I got great sleep last night at the Margaritaville.
But did you not get any sleep?
We really gave up halfway through that.
No, Margaritaville is awesome. It's a good time.
It is.
Good hotel.
One of these launches, I'm gonna switch it up because you're always over at the Margaritaville.
Mm-hmm.
I'm typically over at the Rocket Ranch Outpost, and I love the Outpost. Obviously,
do you love stairs?
Dude, you're talking to me like I've never been at the come on, buddy.
But they haven't. I'm just telling them.
That's true. There are a lot.
The joke is for the viewers.
That's fair. There are a lot of stairs. But no, one of these days I'm gonna shoot a launch from the Marg and then hang out in the hot tub afterwards because that is the true king move. Did you hot tub?
We've never even had a chance to get in the pool.
No, we haven't even. I haven't even gotten close to him, dude.
Yup. Anyways, what else? Oh wait, there was another super chat that came through here.
Yeah, the super chat's very
Brianna
nice.
Matthews, NASA Space Flight 20 for the continued great coverage and for more DOS plates. DOS plates? DOS plates.
Displays? Displays?
No, it says DOS plates.
DOS plates.
So, Brianna, appreciate the support. $20, nothing to joke at. Thank you so much for that. I don't get the DOS plates thing.
Maybe it's the super sweet aluminum plates you've been seeing.
Maybe, yeah, the Chaz plates. Those big aluminum plates.
Dude, it worked.
Did you use it?
Oh,
nice. Do you have it with you?
They're saying the camera mount?
What? The camera mount. Yeah, the camera mount.
The DOS plates.
The DOS plates. Okay, the big camera mounts.
Yeah.
Jack's got one. He'll go get it right now.
Oh, yeah.
What? You only have so much cable. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You only have so much cable there. But Brianna, thank you so much for the support. I have fun making that. I was learning to do CNC stuff. I have a little benchtop CNC that I picked up.
Why don't you flex more?
No, I was just learning to do it, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we appreciate the support there. Let me grab this one as well. Apocalypse Cow Bacon Kilt Servo Assisted Camera Lens Fund. Apocalypse Cow, we always see your name over there in the chat. Thank you for the 10 buckaroonies there. And an 11-month resub from MinSpace.
What country are buckaroonies from?
Right here.
Bikini Bottom?
Bikini Bottom.
Here's the plate, by the way.
Nice.
Well, I tell you what, now what you got here is the finest piece of machined aluminum that you can get this side of the Mississippi.
Gage, zoom in on this. Zoom in on this thing real quick.
Zoom in on that plate,
yeah, hang
boy.
on.
I always say that you're a magic man. You're like Saul Goodman, but for NSF, and not in a weird,
not in a sketchy sort of
right,
way.
No, you can make things happen, and this did not exist.
It didn't. It existed in pieces, but
it existed in raw metal billet form.
Yeah.
And then you made this exist, and you're even so considerate that you gave me the orange accoutrement.
The 3D printed thumb wheels, whatever.
What the heck is that?
How does that look, Gage? Were you able to see it over there? Anyways, this is the what's that even for? Gage, Jack, what's that even for?
Jack.
One camera goes here.
Gage.
One camera goes here.
Yeah.
And then another camera can go here. I put my iPhone here on this one.
Yeah.
But a lot of cameras. Also, you could undersling.
Other
cameras.
stuff below it.
So really, the limiting factor with this is the tripod.
Yep.
But this did fantastic. The 1200 millimeter with a doubler was right here.
Yep.
And the 100 to 500 spotter was right here.
Nice.
And this thing didn't even flex, dude.
Well, it's half-inch aluminum. It's 5 inches wide, half-inch thick aluminum with some holes drilled in it.
The tripod was like, this thing was like, I got you. Anyway, thank you, Brianna.
Oh, nice. All right. That's the Chaz plate. It's
Oh, no,
got
my
the plate
bowl.
on the bottom. What? I didn't do it. Oh, okay. Anyways, folks, we'll keep reading some super chats and support that comes in. Let me grab a couple more. Kilt on Jack's Land Rover fund from Drunar, actually. Sorry about that.
What?
5 Canadian
Boy, right.
dollars.
That boy ain't right.
Bideford did $25. More camera fun for Jack. Great seeing all three of you. Thanks, NSF, even though you're all tired.
Thank you, Bideford.
All the time. And then we've also got 10 gifted memberships from LaserTech 02.
Pew! Pew! No, only one. Only one.
Yeah, there's only
You
two.
can't
No, there's two LaserTechs.
Okay,
LaserTech 02, see?
Okay, yeah, but you can only have to do, like, if it's Ninja Decimator,
Kinda
pew,
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 pew.
pew,
Yeah. They only get
Like
pew.
decimated.
It's just one.
Okay.
Decimated.
Appreciate the support. Their
Finish him.
LaserTech
Finish him.
02. I see y'all over there saying you like do the little likes and stuff like that. We appreciate all the different ways y'all support, like showing up to watch the stream. $5 from Eric Frazier. Happy early birthday, Jack. Thanks for all the work you do.
Mr. Yak.
Yeah.
Thank you.
right.
It's
Birthday's coming up.
Monday.
Oh. Well, happy pre-birthday.
I will be 37 years old.
Wait, that's how old?
Yeah.
A bunch of youngsters are
Yeah, but you
here.
have like a life and a wife and a house and
You had
you're
a
like-
really big lens.
I did have. I returned it. It's gone now. It's gone.
You were dating a really big lens.
It went great for a little bit, as typically does with me. And
Wait,
then
did
it
she
did not
ghost
go.
you?
Huh?
Did the lens ghost you?
Oh, I ghosted it.
You ghosted it.
I dropped it off and drove away and never talked to it again.
Oh
Man,
my
that's messed up.
god!
This is getting way too real. Can we move on?
Gage, turn the camera this way a little bit more. It's okay if the drop cloth is in. Just turn it a little bit that way to put me like in the center of the frame, and then EJ can be over there. What? Oh, is it lifting? Lift! All right, Jack's leaving. Throwing down the headset.
Man,
Mute his headset.
which one is he?
He's the middle one.
All right.
Yep. Neat. Cool. That's muted now.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take a spot here.
All right, cool. Anyways, Jack is going to go shoot the lift happening there in the background. Of course, we have other cameras we'll be able to show you as well in the background. But that is what's happening right now at Starbase. What else? Intuitive Machines we talked about.
Yep.
Rover landed maybe on a slope in a crater, slid down the hill. Jack's honking the horn on the way out. They did get telemetry, but the solar panels were not aligned. They weren't power positive. Those top-mounted solar panels like they've been doing, it was landing at the South Pole, so you need it to be oriented a specific way, and they were not getting any power. So they declared it dead shortly after it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two side panels.
Mm-hmm.
There's panels on the sides of the thing, too, and those side panels that are supposed to be your backup panels because the thing tipped over ended up being your primary panels, and it's broken. But that's
broken.
That's the thing. Like, Intuitive Machines has two more 2 more of these things.
2 more landers coming?
2 more Nova Cs. They have 2 more contracts with NASA, so...
Honestly, that's the coolest thing. Like, I say this all the time. I'm like, oh, why don't we just make one lander? Like, one little bespoke lander. It's like,
no.
Give me 4 landers. Give me a 6-pack of landers.
No. Build all of
I don't
the
know.
landers.
Build more.
All of the landers.
Yeah, why not?
Build
right?
more. Build another booster. Build another ship.
Just build. That's what's going on behind us here, right?
That's true.
Like an assembly line. You fly the stuff, you get information about how it's going to work or how it's, if you're a Block 2 Starship, not going to work.
Hey, they're just figuring out ways to not fly into space. It's all right.
It's going to be a highlight reel that's like how not to make orbit.
Yep.
It's just going to be fireworks over the Turks and Caicos.
Jeez.
It's like SpaceX 2-time firework champion.
Oh, undefeated.
Anyways. What other space news were we covering, EJ? Was there anything else going on today?
No, there's not much except for what's going on behind us.
Well, hang on. There were a couple other things. Firefly.
Oh,
There's been a flame trench since Firefly's landed. No,
I don't know. There hasn't. They landed over the weekend.
They landed over the weekend.
No, we haven't talked about Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Awesome.
We didn't talk about that yet.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good.
Firefly has a successful lander operating on the moon right now. Massive congrats to the Firefly team, not only for all the imagery they sent back and getting the lander down in the first place, but they've been posting up that landing video.
Oh, it's so good.
Gosh.
Oh, it's so good.
Gosh. It just slipped out. Sorry. I'll do it again.
We'll do it
Anyways,
again. Launch it again.
Firefly had that landing video that showed the shadow of the lander with the Earth in the background. They have that computer vision navigation system on top of on top of the lander, and it looked at the ground and it avoided a couple hazards. It's literally a camera system looking at the ground, looking at shadows and terrain features and figuring it out. They were testing that in Briggs, like just up the road in Texas. In Briggs, Texas, up the road from Austin, where their headquarters is. I guess technically they're not in Austin; they're in the little suburbs, but whatever. They were testing that out there and flying these patterns, and the camera's sort of looking down at this lunar simulator, like with little features that you might see on the moon, and apparently it worked.
Yeah, that landing video is some of the craziest landing video I've ever seen.
It put it right down on that ridge, right?
And it's cool to see it in high definition. I mean, we saw it a lot with the Apollo program, right?
Yeah.
But that was in standard depth. That was in 4:3.
It's definitely up, by the way.
Oh, it is definitely
up.
Oh yeah.
Who parked that crane there? I like that it says historical. But who parked that crane there?
It is historical.
Yeah.
It is a historical booter.
Hey, tell somebody to reframe that other camera, too. It's like a little... the ticker...
Is the trailer leveled? Did we level the trailer?
I mean, it looks pretty level. Yep. Look at how square that thing looks.
It is level. Dan leveled it this time.
You can step in front of the camera and be like, what? We're just going to give Dan a headset.
Come over here.
Anyways, in the background, as we're talking about space news, clearly the booster is being lifted off. I guess we might as well talk about that right now.
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's talk about the booster coming back successfully, since that's relative to our interest in the background right now, right?
Yep.
So, Starship launch. We'll talk more about other space news, but y'all were here. Who was here, I guess, was my question for the Starship launch. Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Pretty sure it was yesterday.
Yep, I think so.
I can't even keep track at this
Gage,
point.
was it yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
He says maybe.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
He says maybe.
Anyways, the Starship launch. We're showing a Firefly video. There's just a Firefly video there in the background, too. I'm on a delay. Let me make sure I'm not on too much of a delay. But anyways, we were out here, of course. EJ, you were over at the hotel with me, Margaritaville over that way.
Yep.
Gage was at the hotel. Dan was at River and Outpost area over there. I know Jack, D, Max were all over that way as well.
Yep.
Roger was here. Mary was over near the River area as well.
We had Gene and Ryan at the hotel with us.
We had quite the cast here at Starbase for that Starship launch, and quite frankly, the launch was fantastic.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. Like the launch part of the launch.
Yeah, the up part was fantastic.
Well, I mean, the booster's up part was fantastic.
Yeah.
How it goes.
Pretty good. I mean, the thing went up, and it's I was down here with you guys for Flight 7. It was loud, and guess what? It still continues to be loud.
The weather was nice.
Oh, it was perfect. We had clear skies, 16 miles visibility. We saw the thing all the way up again, which is pretty cool.
Y'all should have seen it today. The haze was back.
Oh, yeah.
And from the Margaritaville, South Padre Island, it was super hazy because just the weather had changed. Yesterday, when the launch happened in the afternoon, like early evening even, it was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It was just clear all the way to the launch pad.
Yep.
So in the day before that, right, the original day they had earlier in the week, it was hazy too. Like we couldn't even see it. What was that, Monday we set up originally?
Yeah, Monday was not great.
Thursday, I can't remember days.
Whichever day it was when they got to 40 and then said, "Hey, we're gonna go." Oh no, wait, just kidding. Bye.
Yeah.
Whatever day that was the day when it was not great.
Yeah.
We couldn't see the rocket from the hotel.
It was
there
tough.
somewhere.
Yeah. It's like a South Texas marine layer sort of thing. Like, see how it's not really fog that you'd normally think was fog. It's really low clouds. You see them going past the sun, EJ?
Yeah.
Like it's just low clouds.
It looks like it's overcast. It looks like it's going to pour, but according to this guy, it's not going to pour.
Nah, right now we're good. It shouldn't pour. If it does, we'll throw everything in the back of that and button up the Pelican cases and call it a day. Anyway, so Starship launched fantastically.
Yeah. But that ship, though.
Oh, jeez. We'll get to the ship in a minute.
Yep.
Let's pause on the ship. If y'all were watching yesterday, we actually had a big hiccup at T-minus like 60 seconds. We have a lot of our data here that goes over through a like dedicated fiber line, and I am not kidding with you, at T-minus 60 seconds, the fiber line rebooted, basically.
Not great,
it looks
Bob.
like. We're still waiting on Spectrum to tell us what the heck was going on with it. But literally T-minus 60 seconds. And everything comes back, right? But it takes time for the systems to come back. So all of our cameras were recording. If you were watching on Starbase Live, you got fantastic video from a couple different launches because all the cameras were back and were sending good video, but getting that piped back into the main production, we didn't have all of our cameras for launch, which was super tough yesterday. So first off, massive shout out to Kevin and Jay and the production team for rolling with the punches there and keeping the show going even when the primary fiber line we've never had any trouble with like blinks out at T-minus 60 seconds. The show must go on. They're not going to stop the launch for us. Luckily, we had a couple backup links installed as well, and so you still had feeds coming into the main production switchers. So we were able to still show the launch. Of course, we had SpaceX's feed as well that we could show, but I just wanted to say real quick, massive props to the production team for not freezing, like rolling with it and keeping the show going. I think a big lesson learned there was the one big thing we were missing was pad audio. So we did have backed off audio, but it takes 20 seconds for the audio, 30 seconds for the audio to get you. And it's a little weird when you're seeing the rocket take off or you're looking at another feed from SpaceX or something and the audio's not really matching up. We've got some plans in place for next time, basically just defining these resilient connections and making sure that pad audio is one of them, because that was one thing that we didn't have prepped when we had that fiber hiccup. But I hope nobody's screaming at me in the background right now, like, how can you dare be telling people about that? Like, what happened, right? It's literally what happened yesterday, and it was tough. We work really hard, and we don't want everyone to let y'all down, right? We want to make sure that we're showing you views and letting you experience this with us and having fun and all that sort of stuff. So anyways, how's that lift going? EJ turns around to look. Is it going down? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, zoom in on that.
You might want to look at that, dude. No, look at that thing.
Zoom in on.
What a beast.
On that.
Oh, look at that.
We're literally doing the show from our highway site. That's on autofocus, isn't it, Gage? Okay, cool. And in the background, we rolled up. We're sitting on the bed of the pickup truck. And in the background, you can see the chopsticks lowering the booster, the successfully caught booster down.
That's pretty good.
Oh, boy. I'm watching the feed now.
Yeah, me too.
Now, the track is shuttle tanker. Nice. Now, part of the trick here is, what is that? Okay, we're good. Just a little hiccup. And maybe not. I don't know. We still have good feeds here?
It looks all right to me.
All right, still have good feeds. Neat.
Well, that's pretty neat. How neat is that?
It's lifting in the background.
That's pretty neat.
Oh, boy. Yeah, okay, we're cool. It failed over to another one. I'm fine. Anyways, EJ, what do you think they're going to do with this thing?
That thing?
Yeah.
I'd say Megabay 2, Chad. What about you guys?
Megabay 2?
Yeah.
See how it went?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think it's the end of life for the booster here? Is it going to be put out to pasture? You think this one may do something again?
I think this and 14 are going to probably be reused. That would be my guess. And I've said differently in the past.
Well, it's okay. You can get new information and change your opinion.
I said, they're going to wait till a Block 2 booster to reuse it, but the more and more I think about it, that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to. SpaceX.
Just keep reusing these.
Just my opinion. Don't make a Block 2 booster. Just go with these. They're working fine.
They're working fine.
They keep getting caught.
Make more of these.
They come back. The only one of these that we've lost is the pad problem. When the pad thought it wasn't ready on Flight 6, right?
13.
Just freeze this design and roll with it, please.
Yeah.
You rapidly iterated your way to a booster that you can catch pretty darn reliably so far.
And, that speaks to kind of something that, okay, we're going to go flame trench here for a second.
Yeah.
That speaks to something that I'm talking about.
Go for it.
Right? Like, I've often said in the past that these boosters are really there, like the SpaceX after SN15. Okay.
Okay.
I've said that these boosters they focus on the booster. You got to focus on the boosters because you're not getting anywhere without the 33 engine's ignition, and you're not getting anywhere if you can't catch the thing.
Yep.
So
it is like they're gonna burn more ships.
Yeah.
They're gonna throw ships at Mars or whatever, but they're gonna reuse the boosters to get those ships into orbit. That's a good point, EJ.
So they've been really focusing on that. It's been guns blazing for working on boosters, right? It's been guns blazing for that. So they've been really working on that, and now that we're starting to see ship upgrades, you're going to start to see hiccups, right? That's what's going on. And so, like I've been saying, like they're going to focus on. They've been focusing on the boosters, and now they're trying to focus on the ship, and you're going to have the same kind of hiccups that you had with the boosters. Because if you remember the first boosters that they went to fly, the one that flew on Flight 1 had some issues.
Didn't do so well.
It had some issues.
Hold up, EJ, hold down the fort. It looks like a viewer has rolled up over here. I got a sticker for him. I'm going to go give him a sticker. Keep talking.
So, I don't. Okay, it's just me. Oh no, it's just me. I'm all alone. No, okay, so what I've been saying is that they've been focusing on making these boosters this whole time, and now they're going to focus making on ships, right? And now you're going to have some problems with the ships, because you got to think about the whole Starship program, like, totally from end to end, right? What is this program going to look like in a couple of years, right? So, the program in a couple of years, you can afford to dispose of ships that are refueling, ships that maybe don't survive re-entry after refueling. You can focus on, trying to get that dialed in, but what you can't do is lose boosters. You absolutely can't do that. They're not going to fly 16 times to refuel a depot starship 16 times, right? And expend 16 boosters just to fuel a depot starship and then get an HLS up there and then send an HLS out to the moon, all right? So you've seen them. They've been working basically all hands on the boosters first. And now they seem to, I don't know. I don't really believe it. My eyes are looking at it, right? Like, it's right there. I'm pretty sure they got that dialed in. I'm pretty sure they got the boosters dialed in.
It looks pretty good.
So now you're going to see, I'm going to go ahead and guess that they're probably going to be focusing on what the ship is doing now. Because, right? So,
they need to be focusing on what the ship's doing.
That's what I'm saying. They've been focusing on the boosters. Ever since SN15, it's about even SpaceX themselves, even the boss has been saying, like, it's all about getting off the pad.
Yeah.
It's all about getting off the pad. And I think they got that down. Like, it looks like they went all hands on the boosters, and now they're going to slowly move to ships now. So, I don't know what the next one's going to do or the one after that. We'll find out, but it very much seems like they've been focused on getting the boosters right.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting anywhere if you have to expend one of those.
Well, the boosters are doing pretty darn good on it, quite frankly.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So you're going to see some problems. They're going to have problems with the ships, right?
Yep.
But those are just teething problems. Because, guys, let's be real. Like, everyone's like, kind of jokingly, switch back to Block 1, just use that. That's not getting you anywhere. It's not. It really isn't. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. That's not getting you anywhere. Like, Block 1 could, do maybe like 30 tons to Leo? Like, that's it? Like,
yeah.
Oh, great. You made a Starship dispenser. Lovely.
Congratulations.
You made a one-time use Starship dispenser. That's great. Or a Starlink dispenser. You know, Falcon 9 does that for a lot cheaper, right? I'm pretty sure it does the same thing. So now I think...
EJ, are you a welder part-time?
Why?
You seem like somebody who would moonlight at Starbase. I got some stuff I need welded. There's a lot of stuff we can weld.
I can weld badly, but I can weld, yeah.
Like, you kind of melt two pieces of metal together, huh? They say you look like a welder. Thank you.
I do.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, no.
He looks like somebody who works for a living.
I fixed this thing.
You did fix a lot of things.
I fixed the truck. I fixed Jack's truck.
Jack's Rover.
I wrench, if that's what you're asking. You know,
EJ's been like the resident mechanic here for us the last 2 weeks.
I actually got to clean these yesterday. This shirt was not blue. It was dirt color.
Wait, time out.
With my pants.
You want to know how we roll? So having trouble with our dryer right now. And EJ washed his clothes in the washer, which was working fine, but the dryer's on the fritz. So we needed a clothesline to dry EJ's clothes.
The dryer's on a PCB, so we can't fix it because it's on a PCB. You got to get a new board.
There's electronics.
If it was an old dryer, we could fix it with a bimetallic switch. We could fix it in 2 seconds. Just saying.
It's a rheostat, boy. Anyways, we needed a clothesline to hang EJ's clothes on, and our options were Ethernet cable, solar panel wiring, or weed whacker string.
Which one do you think we chose?
Which one of those things do you think we went with, and why do you think? Can we do a poll? EJ Welding Inc. Yes, I'd hire him. No, those joints won't hold. What would you vote?
I'd vote no. I'd vote no. To be 100% honest, I do weld, but I can wrench. I can, like, if this thing needed a new engine, we could put that in there. I can figure that out. You need to rebuild the engine, I can figure that out too. No problem.
Okay, we're going to pause on that. I'm not going to tell you which of the 3 things we used for EJ's clothesline. The options were solar wiring, Ethernet cable, and weed whacker string. Let's make another poll in a minute and see if y'all can guess which one we did. I'm going to say thanks to some folks real quick.
Thank you.
RC Horseman did $69.99 Canadian. We always see RC Horseman's name in the chat helping us out, and honestly in SPL.
How much was that?
Part of the team. $69.99.
Okay, thank you.
Canadian.
Thank you, RC. Oh, it's Canadian, so that's $42 American.
RC Horseman says, thanks for all the field, in quotes for some reason. Folks, for giving it us all the great views. For giving it all, giving it us all the great views. Well, there is a field
right there.
We're folks, for sure. That's the thing. Hey, Peter Weingartner said, thanks for all your hard work bringing all the launches to us, especially with dodgy fiber lines. Also, I'm doing Flame Trench Al Fresco. I'll take it.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Appreciate the $19.99 there, Peter. Thank you so much. Let me keep tapping. Elizabeth Hupner did $50. 50.
I'll be dipped.
What, you'll be what?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. If you know, you know.
Oh, Elizabeth, thank you so much for the support. I'm literally just reading it off the tablet here. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm just on the tablet. Team, tell me in the back channel if there's something from earlier that I missed. I don't have the panel open. I'm literally just reading Twitch chat. I'm just reading Twitch chat.
I was reading Twitch chat, but my phone battery's gone, guys. So,
gosh.
Sorry about that.
Always be charging. I could go on your Twitch channel from here. I can read your Twitch chat.
All right.
Anyways, Elizabeth, thank you so much for the port.
I like that.
Sawyer B. Just did $4.99. Today's my birthday.
Hey,
Good to see
happy
the old
birthday.
KSP gang back together.
Boom.
You gotta do like the Let's not do that.
You don't want... I'm Trunks.
You're Trunks.
All right, I'm Trunks. He's my son. He's Trunks. He's my son. Sorry.
What? Okay.
That's my son.
Anyway.
No?
Sawyer, happy birthday. I don't think it's really right for you to give us money on your birthday.
Right? I always feel weird when they do that. He does
That's
that.
a little odd.
He's been doing that for a long time.
Really?
Yes. It's weird, man. Stop doing that.
We appreciate you. And then Ernok. Arnock 154, great looking shirt, buddy.
Oh, yeah, he gave
What
me
is
this
that?
shirt.
Vulcan Materials
It's got
Company?
a dump truck on the back, man. I tell you what. Look at the size of that damn old
An
dump
American
truck.
flag, too.
Yeah, that's right. I like
Nice.
it. We're going to take some dirt. We're going to take it from over here, and then we're going to move it over there.
Via the shirt, it looks like it.
Yeah.
I thought you washed it the other day, but geez, dude.
I did wash it, and it's dirty again. This shirt got the dirtiest, Arnock, by a long shot.
Who would it win, EJ Weld or JB Weld?
I think I could beat JB Weld. Not by much, but I could beat JB Weld.
That was from
What do you mean,
Oliver.
You've never seen my welds, man.
And hey, y'all, real quick, on the screen right now, or shortly before I said this, that was a photo that Jack took when Jack pieced out to run over to the launch pad real quick and get some shots of the toasty flown Raptors.
Pretty cool. Let me see.
Over there. Yeah, check it out, dude.
They look good. They don't look deformed at all.
Well, they didn't explode and take out any other of their neighbors, so that got that going for them, which is nice.
Which is nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty neat.
Oh, jeez.
How neat is that?
Wait a second. Did Daniel give us $5? You could just hand us $5.
Well, you're right there.
Like, if you have cash, you could just give us cash.
Are we,
You don't
are
have
we getting
to
a tip in
super
real
chat it.
time?
Don't share it with YouTube.
Is he actually doing it?
I don't know. He shouldn't. I guess I did buy him lunch. We bought him lunch.
Yeah.
He's just paying us back for lunch. Let's get his wallet out of the truck. He's literally here in real life behind the camera. It won't let me. I can't
Take
vote.
my money.
You don't get to put it in my pocket, dude. Hey, a $3 super chat from Daniel B.
Oh!
Thank you so much. Daniel, hey, come here. Thank you. We really do appreciate the support, man. Have I given you a sticker?
I watch you every day. I want a sticker.
Do you want a sticker? I have stickers. Hold up. I got stickers right here. Here is an NSF sticker. It's not heat rated, sir. Wouldn't put it on a grill. Just saying. If you're down a sticker, show everybody at home your sticker.
And it's got the length on the back.
It
Oh.
does. Nah.
And if you guys are down here, you come and see us. We might give you a sticker.
You too could get a sticker. It doesn't even cost $3.
Really?
What? No. Well, give me the sticker. What? $1 back?
$1 back.
You want a refund? Like a partial refund?
I gotta eat.
We bought you lunch.
That was prop money. That was prop money for the show.
Oh, no.
Let me get back to my tablet.
What is happening?
I know y'all couldn't. Yeah, see, always be charging. Max knows.
Hey, Max. Hey, Max. Shut up.
All right. Hey,
Boom.
let me grab this one real quick. This is from Badger 57. When ship was destacked, SpaceX spent time up in the engine bay on a scaffold. Could there have been something they saw that they thought they fixed only be part of the leak or RUD? That was a question from Badger 57. What do you think, EJ?
It's possible.
Well, they were up there because they tried to toast the ship with the booster and like clinged them together when they were stacking them, right?
I'm going to go ahead and say that they were fixing the mating flange.
Okay. Like they were inspecting that
they
and
were
making sure an engine didn't take a hit?
Inspecting it with a hammer. I mean, well, no, hey, you do what you got to do, right? But, I mean, if they had potentially hit one of the vacuum Raptors,
Yeah.
that could have caused a problem. Guys, I know the nozzles, they're like made out of metal, and they seem like they're really durable. They're not really durable.
Well, you don't want them way too much. They're not like battleship shielding. They're like, oh, he's got TV static water.
Yeah, TVs. No, if they hit, but see, like here's the thing: if they hit the engine, we'd be all going home right now because Ship 34 would be in the Mega Bay over there.
Yeah.
If you hit an engine, and it would be immediately apparent during ignition.
Yeah,
like it would have blown up during ignition.
The mass of the booster and the inertia of that entire system moving, and that would have caused like a big thing. We got Jack back. He just walks in front of the camera, by the way. Unmute Jack too.
I swear I'm good at this.
There you go.
I swear.
You got some shots. We saw him on the stream.
Yeah. Oh, you saw him on the stream?
Yeah, we showed him.
Excellent.
Nice. Check this
That's
out.
how we roll.
There you go.
Thank you.
Have a
Is this
fizzy
Topo
water.
Chico?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's waterproof, right? It's waterproof.
No.
Right?
Bum, bum, bum.
Should have got an iPad. Should have got an iPad.
I need something that'll actually work, though. Let me tell you how much I spent on that piece of technology.
Well, let me tell you. All right. Cheers. Oh, you already.
Cheers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey. All right. Cheers to you. people watching at home.
But yeah, that
What
was
else are we
cool.
supposed to talk about? How'd you get it?
Good. The booster was in the air. I got some photos with the 100 to 500.
Yes.
It's photoshopped. It didn't actually happen in real life.
But it did now.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
He's Trunks.
Oh.
He's my son.
You see anything wacky over there?
Raptors look good. I mean, I literally I shot the photo, I edited the photo, I posted the photo, I drove back here. So I haven't analyzed it. I'm sure the ring watchers and all the other intelligent folks out there are taking a look at it.
Yeah,
good deal. I didn't see any Raptors that were like noticeably warped or anything. Raptors in the high 500 serials, which is we saw that during the. Did we see that during a lift?
Well, you did now.
Well, we saw it during launch.
You see them, yeah.
But yeah, just to get eyes on the Raptors. I know there's a lot of people out there that appreciate our imagery for the ability to sort of, analyze the nitty gritty. So I just wanted to run out there and grab that shot. Thank you for humoring me. I'm sorry.
Of course.
Is it okay? Is it gonna live?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just need this for another gig next weekend, so make sure it works.
But yeah, that's really neat. Always cool to see Raptors, and I shot some video. I shot some more photos. They'll be up for members later. Thank you, members.
Cool.
Members.
Always a thing.
Members.
Yep. All right. What is the order here?
Oh, I should resume doing some sort of useful thing, huh?
Yeah, you should talk or be on your tablet or whatever,
Anyway, guys, we were talking about if the... Okay, I'm sorry. There is a piece of launch pad coming down the road.
Oh, whoa.
I'm sorry.
There's There's
a piece of launch pad going down the road on a fifth wheel.
It's like some GSC plumbing, insulated pipe.
Dude, I'm so sorry for that.
This place is the worst for your ADD. Like, if you were ADD, you'll be out here like, oh, I got to clean the solar panels on it. Wait, what is that? And then you spend 2 hours staring at a tank.
It's so bad.
Dude. And they're like, dude, why didn't you clean those panels? And I'm like, bro, stuff kept happening.
Hey, good track, Gage. Gage with the Mark I camera tracking the piece of launch pad.
I think we broke EJ,
though. You did a good job, dude.
I totally squirreled that. Squirrel!
You did. It was good, though. That was good. Put that in the daily. Just cut it, put it in the daily.
Yeah.
Das doesn't even commentate it.
Book Realm's got an average Starbase moment. We should cut that and put it in the daily. That's a great idea, honestly.
Really
You okay, EJ?
It was squirrel. No, I'm trying to get down so we could get the camera shot.
Have you been doing support? I see.
I did a lot of them. Let me see if I missed any.
There's
My
Eric,
fault.
Yep.
30 minutes ago. RC Horseman. What's
got
up,
RC Horseman, yep.
Shiloh. I'll show all these
I don't think we got the one there. We missed a couple of those.
Timothy Millen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys are amazing. Love the towers in the background. Can't wait to get down there. Love to meet and talk. Let us know. We don't hide for a living. If it's around launch, there's a high probability a lot of us are around here. So
and you'll get a sticker.
Yeah, at
if
least.
we have them.
Well, they've already been delivered to my house.
Oh.
We got thousands more handout
I'm just
stickers.
saying, I've had, for the last 2 or 3 months, I've been out of stickers. I've only had the patches. And I've had people coming up to me and saying, hey, man, do you have any stickers? Which is the deal. If you find any of us in Starbase, you get a thing for finding us.
We're like magical wizards, and we give you a token for your quest.
I was going to say real life... Where's Waldo? But you made it sound way cooler.
Sorry.
Well, no, mine was dorky. Yours was cool.
We're magical wizards. We embark on a quest. You got to collect all the patches.
Dave Avery with a $20 super. Thank you, Dave. Loaded up and headed home from the outpost. Do you want to do more of these? You want to do questions? We got some questions here.
We got all sorts of stuff. Davil DOD says, this is a fun trench, but it would be great to get some serious discussion on whether or not the rapid iteration culture at SpaceX has become its own worst enemy.
We can do it.
We can talk about that.
Sure.
We could be sitting in a field and talking. Jack, go.
Hot take, no.
No?
I think people, maybe even some people at SpaceX, perhaps, because of the successful catch-on booster on Flight 5, maybe thought this was going to be an easier problem to solve than it actually is. And we've known this whole time that a reusable second stage for a rocket is the most challenging engineering problem in aerospace today. Is reusable second stage. Reusable,
not refurbishable.
Not refurbishable.
That's a fair assessment.
Trust me, I love and hate the shuttle just as much as everybody. You all
like to say shuttle.
You all know, shuttle. Thank you, Crispy, for not firing us for saying shuttle.
Yeah.
Horses. But yeah, I think it's going to be a hard problem. These are test flights. there was a stream, maybe a countdown to launch, before launch, where we talked about, how many test flights do you think the program will have until it's like quote
Until you
unquote
call them
operational?
non-test flights, right?
And somebody was saying 20. Somebody said 100. It was like, and even in my head, I was thinking like 20. Well, that's a lot.
20 test flights. Usually it's like 1 or 2.
I could easily see 20. I could easily see 50. I think this is going to take a long time to solve. That said, I don't want to argue against my own argument here because I'm saying no, I don't think it's their own worst enemy. I like the iterative design process, if only as a photographer and getting to shoot explosions. Oh, is that a telehandler?
That's just a telehandler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we saw it. That's not that interesting.
Okay. I saw everyone's head perking up. I was like, what's on that telehandler?
Believe me, we were looking.
Yeah, no, I know. That's
like,
what distracted me. But no, so I don't think it's their own worst enemy. That said, obviously this is not a good look, and obviously there's something wrong with Block 2 of the ship. Like I've been seeing the memes fly around. At least the memes from this have been fire.
Just like
fly around.
Yeah,
like an intrinsic design problem with the ship right now.
And it's like unkillable Chad version 1 ship versus beta version
like
2
plasma
ship.
coming through the hinges, and it's like whoa.
Can't even reach Seco. Yeah, it's like so. I can see that Block 2 is experiencing issues, but no, I am all for this iterative design process. I don't think Starship would be anywhere near as far along right now without it being done this
blowing
way.
up a couple times.
Yeah, you figure out how what you're doing is wrong, and you fix it by doing. You don't just sit in a room and analyze for 20 years and then produce $1 billion rocket that does nothing.
What do you think, EJ? Rapid iteration being a problem?
I want to disagree with Jack because he's Jack, but I agree with him. And I know.
You're supposed to disagree.
I know I shouldn't, but I think they should stay the course. It's always darkest before the dawn. That's what I said on the Starship stream when I was hosting with Gene. We said that when we were reviewing footage. It's always darkest before the dawn. I mean, you guys cast your mind back to Falcon 1. Falcon 1 failed 3 times in a row.
Right.
Man,
cast your mind back to CRS-7 and then Amos 6 happening right after that. Cast your mind even more recent if you're a tank watcher, SN11. Remember how crappy that felt?
Think about not only SN11, think about SN11 in the context of the program at the time.
Yeah.
They had Starhopper, success. They had SN5, success. They have SN6, success. They have SN8, wild success.
Yep.
Almost landed, right?
9.
SN9, okay, close again. Then you had 10, and it did land. I don't care what we could get into semantics on that.
Rapid reusability.
It did land. It landed hard, and then it blew up. But it did land.
And then 11.
That was right. And so
step back.
Exactly.
It happens.
Exactly.
That's why I agree with. Yeah. That's why. Like I do. Believe me, I want to disagree with Jack. I want to, but I'm with you on this one, man.
Yeah.
You're right. It's darkest before the dawn. And look, what rose from the ashes of SN11? We got SN15, and they stuck that landing, and it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Can you imagine what we're going to see with the Block 2 when they dial that in? It's going to be a magical mission. It's going to be great. I love it.
I think the biggest argument against all these points is that they've had the same problem twice. So let's talk about. They saw this happen previously in the last flight.
Right.
Ship grenaded over Turks Caicos, yada, yada, yada. They think they fix it. This ship was supposedly ready to fly yesterday. Clearly that was not the case, and it had the exact same issue. So rapid iteration, you're supposed to be fixing these things.
Yes.
Did they go too fast, or did they not have the capacity to actually test this? And this was the only way to test the fix they did.
Well,
was to ship it and see if it fixed it or not.
Okay, this is a very interesting question.
Yeah.
So I would personally, to answer this, I would separate rapid iteration from something like a phenomenon, like Go Fever.
Okay.
For example, the fact that this flight is so soon after Flight 7 and experienced such a similar issue is not a good look.
Right.
And the fact that even when they stacked the vehicle, they stacked it. I'm just going to say it. They stacked it last minute.
Yeah.
They stacked it
slamming it in.
They stacked it last minute in 40-mile-an-hour winds, and they damaged something on the booster, the little strike plate or whatever.
It made contact that was not supposed to be made.
And they were looking up in the engine section of the ship. They were looking at the hot stage ring clamps. They were doing all that.
There was a while where it looked like they weren't even sure they could secure it on the ground.
Right.
Like they didn't know if it was safe to put the ship back down on the stand again.
So what I will say is it feels like some rushes or perhaps rush fixes were done to this vehicle to get it ready for flight as soon as possible. Now, to your point, maybe part of that is they needed to get flight data because that's the only way they can test the fixes on the ship, because both of these anomalies have happened near the end of the ship's burn, and they can't burn a ship at Massey Outpost for a full 8-something minutes. We saw ahead of this launch, right, the 60-second static fire, so to test the fixes from Flight 7. 60 seconds is great, and you can extrapolate, I'm sure, with all that data, a full 8 minutes.
It's still not the same as flying the thing,
It's not the same because, A, you're not experiencing the same G-loads, B, you're not experiencing the same atmospheric situation where you're almost in a vacuum or in a vacuum, which I'm sure exerts its own forces on the plumbing.
How the venting happens,
leaking might happen,
how it gathers in places.
So I understand that, part of how you fix it is by flying. But outwardly, at least with the stack and the last minute stacking and then the restack after the issue, definitely felt like, they're trying to get this thing out of here. And you know what? I said this, I think, on the launch stream. When I was driving away from the pad on launch day, I was like waving goodbye to the vehicle, as one does. I was like, goodbye. And then something clicked in my head. I was like, actually, get out of here. Get. Yeah, like throwing rocks at old Yeller, like, go out of here. Don't you come back. Go into the forest. Yeah, sorry, too far. But yeah, so I'm glad it's gone. I'm sure SpaceX is glad it's gone, except, I'm sure they're all really bummed about the ship failure.
I think you hit the nail on the head with the testing. Like, could they have simulated this for a year or something and tried to figure out if it was going to happen or not? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that.
Right.
But we know that they can, like at Massey's, not Massey's, at McGregor.
Right.
At McGregor for Falcon 9, they can do test burns for the second stage.
Full duration,
long test burns. You see it on McGregor Live.
For that matter, right.
For the first, so they can do these super long tests, like integrated up. The second stage is there. Second stages are coming through on a regular basis. We see it all the time at McGregor. They don't have that capability for Starship. There is not a test stand here right now that they can do a full duration burn on the second stage. You know where you do a full duration burn on the second stage? Over the Gulf.
I love being, usually I'm like, oh, geez, I'm on camera, I look terrible. Being on camera with you guys, this is great. I'm just going to be in space.
We're
space
just hanging out. Yeah.
That's where the test happens.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What are you saying? We look ugly?
He's like, comparatively,
I look ugly.
Comparatively, I look great when I'm standing next to you guys. But that really is. That really is true. Like,
they have no place to test it.
They don't have a stand.
Yeah.
Now, could they finish Launchpad 2?
That was
new
my
flame
guess.
trench? Could they make an adapter for the ship so they could put a ship over there on the launch pad and do a full duration burn?
Well, if you remember, if you're a true OG tank watcher, you remember Booster 3.
Mm-hmm.
Booster 3 was rolled out and put on an adapter on suborbital stand B, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been
I remember
A.
that.
I'm pretty sure it was B.
Either way, suborbital stands.
Yeah, when the suborbital site existed, for a long time, Booster 3 sat there. In fact, they partially scrapped it, and it still sat there for months.
Yeah.
Either way, SpaceX is not afraid to make an adapter for a vehicle for a pad. And
it's like milk stool style.
Right, and the idea of being able to utilize the massive flame diverter that they're building right over there for ship full-duration burns makes a lot of sense. Now, the problem with that, Das, and I'm sure you thought of this because you're,
I'm just driving the conversation right now.
No, you're a logistics guy. You're a logistician. Is that a thing?
Sure.
You're a logistics guy. Part of the benefit of the static fire stand at the Massey Outpost is it frees up the launch site. Which means the launch site can either be used for building, additional components, refurbishing the components, or launching.
Yep.
You don't have to use it for static fires. So, it would sort of be a step back to have to do a ship static fire. Now, that said, would they build a one-off stand and do that once and then continue to use the Massey Outpost for short static fires?
Yep.
But when they, do a Block 3 ship or a Block 4 ship, they roll the first one out and they do a full-duration static fire on some weird adapter on Pad B.
And they can't do it with Pad A right now. Pad B is not ready.
Right.
There's a lot of work happening on it, flame trenches, blah, 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 but it's just not ready yet.
Right.
The first pad couldn't support that. It's got the deluge, it's got the upside-down shower head, blah, 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 but it's still not a proper flame trench. The whole energy dissipates in every direction, and that's better. Hasn't really survived the battlefield here, right?
I think it would work.
For a full duration?
I think it would work, with the caveat that the setup as they have right now is designed to support launch and catch, and it's not designed to blast that amount of water for 8 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even think they could.
No, that's what
There's
I'm saying.
not enough water.
They don't have that much capacity in water. They don't have that much capacity in the pressurant that they use to flow the water into the shower head system. So they just straight up couldn't do it. It would not support it. Even if like if you could do that for 8 minutes on that pad, yeah, maybe it would work. But that's a huge amount of upgrades to that system just to get it to be able to support that. Now, that might also end up being the flaw in the idea of using an adapter on pad B. Would they be able to run 8 minutes?
Is there something about it being horizontal, or the G forces enacting as the thrust to weight ratio increases because you've got less mass, but the thrust is the same? Is the atmospheric environment up there, the near vacuum when you're up at that altitude, does that have something to do with it? Like, there's in all of these things, building an adapter, building another test stand, all the places that we could do it. You know the fastest way to test it?
Fly it. Yeah.
That's what they did.
That's what they did.
Now, it has to be done safely.
Right.
And
seems like it was.
Last time we got the reports, I guess the reports were never verified about one single piece of debris hitting a car. I was like, is that like for real, or is that somebody who really wants that piece of stainless steel that they threw at their car to be from Starship?
Yeah, Slippin' Jimmy situation.
Slippin' Jimmy.
I'm sorry, I love Better Call Saul. If the references don't make that clear, it's a great show.
Oh,
you should watch it. Everybody should watch it.
But here, there are plans. It makes it out. It's not flying over the center of the United States, or any other country for that matter. Like, it's not flying over total land.
Right.
And here, when it gets to these trajectories, it is ending up in the Atlantic Ocean, like well into the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
It's not like the debris is raining down on the islands or on South America or on rural U.S. I don't even care if it's in the United States or not. You shouldn't drop debris anywhere
overland, no.
if there's people that could live there, like overland.
And not to excuse it. It's absolutely a terrible look. Like, it's not cool. It's not okay. And it's not a good thing for the program. Like, it's just, in all respects, bad. That said, it's also not, it's a gradient, right?
It's not the end of the world.
Right. I'm sure you'll see media reports or people on social media saying all kinds of hokey things about how Starship...
Have, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Honestly, I don't know. Neither here nor there, but I've been on social media less. I don't know if you can tell I've been posting a little bit less.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. And, it's kind of nice. Although I do really enjoy sharing my stuff with everybody. Like, when I get a hot image like the booster aft that I posted, like, I can't help it. I love doing this. It's so fun. But sometimes you got to tune out the noise. The signal to noise ratio, I feel like online used to be a lot more signal to a lot less noise. And the noise is always there, but and I feel like now there's a lot more noise, and that's just me. Anyways, I've had Red Bull and I'm ranting, but
it's all good.
I'm really curious to see timeline-wise what happens next. Do they fly again in 7 weeks again?
Yep.
Do they fly again in 3 months? Do they take time to do another 60-second static fire at Massey Outpost?
See what happens.
And see if it, and then extrapolate the data again and then fly in 7 weeks? Like, do we see, and does that work? That's that's a good
thing.
A good thing to look out for is what is their posture after this, because it is a low point, and they'll pick up the pieces and move on. But I'm of course biased as a person that's here all the time. I'm very curious to see how they come out of this and what steps they take to sort of reassure people that they take their responsibility seriously, because I know they do. You see any SpaceX person around, you can tell they're a SpaceX person because they typically have a little badge, on, because they have to identify themselves when they're out here, and you see them after a day like yesterday, and they're bummed, and completely understandably so. A lot of these people work their hands to the bone for this stuff, so it's a bummer for everybody involved, and they take it so seriously. So I just don't want to, nobody's minimizing it, but
I think there were less cheers at the SpaceX headquarters when the ship went yesterday.
Right.
In the past, we've seen things that go wrong, and everybody's like, "Oh!" and there's cheering when it blows up. And here, the same problem happening twice in a row. I think there were less cheers cheers.
Yeah, I mean,
happening.
Understandably.
You know?
We'll see how it goes.
Let's make sure. I've just been tapping on these at the top of the chat because I'm like reading through chat and stuff.
Do you want me to run through them?
Yeah, run through some things just so I don't miss them. That is better than this.
This is fun. Well, see, the problem is it doesn't have responsive design.
Oh, no.
So I have to be horizontal, so I can't show off my cool 30th Space Wing patch.
It's okay. Just say thank you to the people who support us. Good grief.
Mr. Magoo, thanks for becoming a PadRat member. Ethereal Swordsman, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing better.
How you doing?
I know you were doing a little bummed before launch. I hope you're doing better, buddy. We care about you. They say, off topic, but Weather Nerd here, seeing a possible very strong tornado outbreak next weekend. They can predict that far out.
Out here?
Over the 14th to the 15th. We're coming into spring, so if you're east of the Rockies, stay weather aware.
Huh.
Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you, Ethereal.
Tornadoes are no joke.
Yeah.
Flavia, thank you for the support. They say the BTS Multiview was a treat. Heart.
Nice. If you're the BTS Multiview is a member thing, so if you're a member here on YouTube, you know that little join button, not subscribe, that's free. Everybody can do that. But if you join the membership program, I think the lowest tier is like a couple bucks a month or something, right?
Right, it's like $5 or $1.
If you do that, when we have shows, we have like a behind the scenes where you can see all the cameras. You could see me setting up the robotic positioner. You could see Jackson, like behind the scenes.
You could have seen the drone flying around.
You could have seen the drone flying around.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a members thing. But thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. It does take extra work to put that out, but we think y'all are worth it.
It's one of those really cool perks that we try and give you guys.
Yep.
Peter,
we got to speed run these almost.
Peter Weingartner, $20. Thank you so much. They say thank you for all your hard work bringing us these launches to, especially with dodgy fiber lines. Also, I'm enjoying the Flame Trench al fresco.
Yeah.
Timothy Millen, thank you for the support. They say, could the moving of the forward flaps be added to the increased vibration of the engines? Do you shake
the forward flaps?
You shake a branch a little, it magnifies outward. I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, especially with fluid in the main body of the ship. Fluid's a good dampener for stuff like that.
I don't mean to be super dismissive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
I don't think that's
I think it's coming from engine. I mean, you got to think turbo pumps. We got a speed run.
Yeah, speed run.
Elizabeth Hupner, $50. Super.
$50.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. One of those
50
names,
with no message. Yeah.
One of those names we see pop up all the time. Sawyer B, thank you for the support. They say today's my birthday.
Okay. We got some of these already. Keep going though.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Happy birthday
Sawyer.
again.
ER Rock, thank you for the support. It's a great looking shirt, buddy.
Yep, that was EJ.
Okay.
Ernok.
And Oliver. Thank you for the $5 super. They say
we
who
got
would
the
win?
Weld. Yep.
DJ's Weld or JB Weld?
We're almost up to real time
Daniel
now.
B. Hi from behind the camera.
Yep,
That's
we got
weird
him.
of you, Dan. Why would you do that?
He gave us money, dude.
He did. Drew Nar, thank you for the super. They say must have used EJ's phone charger to dry his clothes.
Did we do a poll for that? Did we do a poll on
did
what
you tell
we
them
used?
about the clothesline?
Yeah, but don't tell them what it was made out of.
Okay,
keep going.
Joe, thank you for the $50 super as well.
$50.
That's so much money, dude.
I know.
Thank you.
It all adds up.
They say thanks for the great feed yesterday. Timothy Millen again with a 20 super. They say, are they improving 4 on first part? Improving 4 on
first part.
Why are you looking at me?
Are they improving 4 on first? Look at
4 on first part.
Joe, sorry, Timothy. Type in chat. Das is looking.
I'm
at
over
chat.
here. Yeah, 4 on first part.
It's a $20
Not
super.
Picking up what you're putting down.
Clarify, please.
Yeah.
Bitter. Thank you for the support. They say thanks for all you do.
Yep.
Raymond Jones. Thank you for the support. They say this isn't even off the rails. It's off the highway. Sad to see. This is EJ's last trip to Starbase, as he's now banned
for cursing 2 ships. Nah, whatever. If you can get a ship into orbit while EJ is here, whoa, watch out. The cable's only so long.
I know.
That is a robust program. So they need EJ. In fact, SpaceX should pay EJ's expenses to come down here.
He's working out the bugs.
He's working out the bugs.
Yeah.
You like that? All right. Anyway,
he's like
call me.
The security,
SpaceX, call me.
The security, like the testers, the people who are like try and get into buildings and stuff.
Yeah. The penetration testers.
Yeah, the penetration testers. Yeah, EJ is that for Starship.
The Karma Sync, the Starship Karma Sync. Like, luck has nothing to do with it, but you're not getting any of it.
It's like we are holding in T-minus 40 seconds. The man has been spotted in the tower. And
Get him away.
He's just on the QD like waving his shirt, like Dr. Strange loving Starship from orbit. It's like
Slim Pickens, baby. Let's go.
Not responsible. Like, that's not a thing we're going to do.
Don't do that.
Rick Skinner, thank you for the super. They say a little something for the Flame Trench show barbecue.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we got to figure out dinner after this.
Oh God, I've been craving a certain thing that I'm not going to say
Mexican
on
food,
air.
burger, all sorts of stuff for lunch. But
Gamer.io, also thank you so much. They say SpaceX doesn't deserve cheesecake. Y'all do. Thank you so much. They deserve cheesecake. It's also not not cake, it's a pie. But that's
Guys,
neither here nor
those-
there.
Folks, there's like so many different ways that y'all support us. Like, thank you so much. We want to read the messages. We want to say thank you. There's also all sorts of other stuff, like people watching, people like clicking the little thumbs up button and stuff like that. Did you see in the shop, we got a bunch more metal prints today for Max, and you got one in there, I think. Did D get one in? I think D got one as well.
At least one.
That's like a whole thing. I don't know if Kevin can show that right now or not, but we have all of these metal prints, and some would take processing time, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's some of them are coming off remotes that we don't have access to until we can actually go pick up the physical camera when the road is open. Some of them just take time to work on.
Yeah, to get the way you like little edits and stuff.
You know, and we do try and get stuff out as fast as we can, but the photos and the prints,
Was that D? I mean, I can't do this in real time because I'm on this big delay, but
I think that was D.
That
might
catch
be Max.
there.
Honestly, I apologize to both of them. Everything's been a blur, and I haven't been keeping track of who's been posting what.
I didn't remember which was. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that was Max coming from the Hopper shot.
That's for sure Max.
That's the one I had to move my rental car because he wanted to put his camera where my rental car was parked.
Sounds like Max.
And I was like, all right, cool.
He's been chasing that shot for a little bit. And
the
and
Hopper shot.
It's fire. It's super fire.
Yep. Is that one you on Ascent?
Nope.
I
think that was Max.
Yep.
Either way, that's
Look
also
at all
Max.
of them. Good grief.
Yeah, this was a really good launch for imagery.
It was.
Really, really good launch.
The lighting and the air were fantastic.
I think everybody was sort of functioning at the top of their game. You know, the scrubs, the delays. It meant that we were all able to sort of dial everything in. A lot of my stuff was already just set up.
Yep.
So the morning of launch day, I was just like, beep, boop. I turned things on, and I sat back, and I think Kevin was like, wait, what? You're ready? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you're the first one that's ready. And I was like, ha-ha!
Yeah.
That never happens.
The angle, I mean, Kevin was just showing this a few seconds ago, but the angle of the booster coming in, it always looks like the booster is going at the tower.
My favorite thing is that it changes every time.
Yeah.
Every time it's been a little bit different. This time I feel like it came in way more vertical.
Yep.
And then I have a slow-mo rig that I have not even edited the footage yet of, but I will after this. So on flight 7,
yep.
I'll do some visual aids. This is the tower, right? And your perspective right now as the audience is the perspective of this slow-mo camera. From flight 7, the booster came in this way. And you can see in my slow-mo, with the one that's pinned in my Twitter right now, the booster comes in like this, and then goes into the sticks. For Flight 8, it's the opposite. It comes in like this, and then goes into the sticks. And you can even see the sticks. I think D also posted some fire slow-mo. The sticks are like adjusting to
get in
where
the right
the
place.
booster is going, which I don't know if this is the first time we've really seen that so pronounced or what, or maybe I'm hallucinating and that's not actually happening. But either way, like the same shot from 7 to the same shot from 8, you can see a difference.
Yep.
And it just keeps things interesting. Also, I don't know what your guys' experience with the hot stage ring was, but for us from River or the Outpost, it was wild. Like, again, the booster felt like it was coming back more in a vertical orientation than a cross range sort of situation. Which meant that so I'm pointing my lens, right? This is me pointing my lens at launch. You go up, right? Everyone goes up because you're following the rocket, go up. And then you go to the side quite a ways. And then if
I go the other way because I'm at the hotel, but
right.
yes.
And then if you're following the booster, right, the booster separates and continues to rise. Because it's not at its apogee yet. And on this launch, the period of time where I spent with my lenses nearly vertical was a really long time.
Really?
And that shows in the footage because the dang thing is like this. It's coming back down like this. And it was uncanny. And there was a moment where the hot stage ring was right next to it. And I'm thinking in my head,
just
like,
coming at you.
I'm like, I'm just going to take it on faith that it's not actually coming right at me.
Kevin was playing your slow-mo, by the way.
And it just looks that way. Yeah, that's from Flight 7. I have a very similar shot from Flight 8 that I'm going to process after the show and get online and get in the videos and whatnot. Kevin said the deadline for the video is 8 p.m. Eastern, so I'm in trouble.
I mean, you know, you need to go do your stuff.
Sorry, Kevin.
What were you going to say, EJ?
I was going to say we should cross check Flight 7 and Flight 8 the days that those happen with the winds.
Oh crap! I shouldn't have said that.
Oh yeah,
I shouldn't have said the Kevin thing on air because now he knows I know, and I can't use that as an excuse.
You just busted your plausible deniability. Like, wait, it was. Oh, I've been so busy and tired, I didn't see what the deadline was.
I didn't even see the deadline. Everything's up now.
We're going to put a big board at the bunkhouse where they can physically display messages like an electronic
Please,
board?
a Vesta board. I want one.
It's just like the
Vesta board. Please sponsor us.
Oh my gosh, aren't those like $5,000?
Yeah, please sponsor us because I could never afford one.
You wouldn't be able to buy
But it would
one.
be so sick. I'd be sitting there eating Cheerios or something. It would be like, click, 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 Jack,
Jesus.
go now. CP11 died. I'd be like, oh, God. Anyway, sorry. I totally interrupted you guys.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I was going to say, do you think that the boosters coming in from different directions has to do with the wind?
Yes.
They're teeing the chopsticks for the crosswind.
I think so.
They can deal with the slew from the booster coming in sideways.
Yep.
So I had a theory about this a long time ago, that the reason why they got so much articulation with the chopsticks is because to take into account a crosswind when the booster's coming back.
The booster to have a headwind on landing.
Exactly. Yes.
On flight 7, on flight 7, the way that the booster moved, it would have had a headwind. On flight 8, the way the booster moved, it would have had
That's
a
what I'm
headwind.
saying.
We should look at how the wind was on flight 5 versus how it moved on
landing
flight
at a
5.
freaking airport.
And then we would have 3 data points. If they want the booster to have a headwind, that is a really cool fact.
Remember
that
my
is
theory
a really
about
cool
it.
thing.
Remember my theory about those things? They're the runway.
Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
runway right there.
This is some real Texas tank watching right
Boom.
now. We are literally sitting
on the side of the road right
the
now.
NSF truck off Highway 4 in Starbase, tank watching and speculating on boosters needing headwinds.
And that's why I think the second Pad B is pointing that way, guys. Pad
like
A is
different
pointing
runways.
that way. Different runways.
Genius.
Different runways.
It's like the
I'm
booster's
telling
cleared
you.
for landing on Tower 13L or whatever.
Yes. That's some spaceport stuff, man. That's awesome. It's going to do it.
I need a call out on a future SpaceX Starship stream where the LD's like, you're cleared for landing on Tower 2. I'm going to be like,
yeah! Dude, that's some 2001 stuff.
Well,
I'm
the
telling you.
sticks can reorient themselves as well because a runway can't move, right? If you're going to land and the wind is different, you change runways.
Aircraft carrier.
Oh, yeah, that's actually true. An aircraft carrier can change. But here, the sticks actually have a little cross range is the wrong term, but cross range. The sticks can move a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
The booster could come in this way or the booster could come in this way. I don't know if it's 90 degrees or what.
You have 2 pads. They are 90 degrees off. You have 2 pads facing this way. That gives you 180 degrees of play there.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Now, I wonder if you could catch it at are the extents a little bit less than 90 degrees each or whatever, but it's still freaking cool.
It's enough just to deal with a little bit of a crosswind. They're not like pushing it over here or pushing it over here. That's what I originally thought. It's just enough to deal with it. So like you can keep one open and you can close it. Because you remember with your Flight 7 footage, right? One of the sticks is kind of moving, but the other one's really moving.
Going. Because it leaves a bigger... We talked about that in the catch video we did, right? And it's like there's this bigger area, but then the area closes down, but it doesn't have to close in the middle. It could close on one side or it could close on... These are my chopsticks. This is all I have.
You're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie.
Discord and YouTube chat. Like, this is like the crab of chopsticks. It's got one big claw and one little claw, like catching the booster. Anyways.
Don't say crab.
Oh, well, good. Good.
If you know, you know.
Kevin, by the way, we are really trying to keep up with the stuff you're showing and stuff, but we're in the field. We don't have like a return monitor. I'm watching it on the delay. I hope we're not making an awesome mess of this. By the way, that camera's live too.
Hello.
Every now and then there's a different angle.
People on the road probably think we're waving at
Oh, no, I don't care about that.
No, those guys,
They're like,
whatever.
who the heck are those guys?
Weirdos.
So
we're showing just more. We showed just more things.
Another thing you can see, speaking of the way the chopsticks close, is you can see the booster bobble between them. And we saw that on 7.
Because it's not hitting
and
exactly.
You can see it on 8, too.
Yep.
The slow-mo that D posted and the slow-mo that I haven't processed yet, you can see the booster sort of get jostled between the sticks as they fully close. It's the most wild thing, because you have to think, that is a, 22, 23-story building?
Stainless
70
steel
meter booster.
building? Yeah.
Like,
220 feet
The
tall.
Zoidberg catch system. Thank you, EJ. You can do that better than I can.
Oh, yes, my friends. Here I go. Going
The
to catch the
chopsticks
booster.
know where the booster is by knowing where it isn't.
That's true. That's actually true.
They find the deviation.
And the variation, which is called
Have you heard the
air.
gangster rap version of that one?
Yes.
This must be another
The missile
slow-mo
knows
that was
where
playing.
it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't.
Don't rap. It's really...
I'll do it.
Okay.
That's on the
I'll
internet
do it
now,
again.
AJ.
Dude, I put out a lot more embarrassing things on the internet. Let's be real here. Right? Come on.
Oh my gosh! What else have we not
We were
talked
just Dragon Ball
about?
Zing a second ago. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's over 9,000.
I love we just rolled up the highway and threw a camera out to start talking. Y'all just keep watching the things here.
You gotta see back there.
Spacefarer is asking.
Chopsticks over there. You see them? See the towers? Yeah, those are the launch pads.
What was Spacefarer
Just
asking?
putting it out there.
Spacefarer is asking. Starship Flight 8 has got me thinking. Has NSF ever had a Ship 34 moment? In other words, has something critically bad like that fiber issue ever happened twice?
Oh, stuff like that happens all the time.
Every flight.
Yeah. Now, twice. Yeah, we are currently working on some improvements that are needed with our VPN, and that has been causing us some pain. I mean, Kevin and the production team totally know that this has been some pain, but we launched Starbase Live. And we came up with this entire sort of infrastructure so that we could address the field cameras and we could use different types of connectivity. We got a Starlink over here. We have point-to-point radios of various frequencies at this point. We've got LTE modems. We've got small Starlinks, big Starlinks, all sorts of stuff, right? And the system that we created that allows us to choose a connection for a camera without being here in the field, we've sort of outgrown the original design. Because we didn't know. We didn't know what was going to happen. We were putting this investment into Starbase Live. We bought these properties. We put out the solar panels. We built this infrastructure. But we didn't know if it was going to last. Was it going to go for a year or what, right?
It's a fascinating thing to watch evolve over the years.
Yep.
Because when we started this, obviously the channel was much smaller.
Yeah.
The very first lot that we got, we all, some of us all kicked in.
Yep.
So that we could do it. But we have this legacy built up in certain places in terms of how things were done. If we could clean sheet everything today, it would, I'm sure, be a lot different.
We're getting there.
Dan,
we're getting there.
When we talk about Dan being here,
I'm sad we can't see Dan's fantastic work in the background here. It's got a sheet over
Andrew, it. Or everybody that comes down here who you're like, who's that? What are they doing?
Yeah.
It's part of getting the sites modernized and upgraded. And
we've outgrown some of our original setup, right? And so we're going to have to bite the bullet here and make some changes. We knew they were options originally, but we're like, gosh, we don't know. We can't afford this at the time. So we sort of went with this solution that fit. We could afford at the beginning, right? And now we've got so big. Starship is flying. We're literally finding the bottlenecks in our wide area network out here. It's like I just put in a new air fiber link that goes from here to the hotel. I've got 2 gigabits of connectivity across here. I don't even have that much fiber at the hotel right now.
We put in a giant main from the house to the sewer, but the sewer itself is smaller than the main going from the house to the sewer, and all the plumbing in the house is smaller than the main.
Kind of. It is true. It is true. Like, we have another short-range repeater on top of this tower, and the short-range repeater on top of the tower serves our other sites. It serves River. It serves Outpost over with the folks at Rocket Ranch. It serves where the trailer is sometimes. It serves our South Beach site. It serves Danger Dune when there's stuff deployed. It can serve deployables. But it's a 360-degree antenna up there, right? And we've gotten to the point where now that's the bottleneck. There's not enough bandwidth in that antenna on top of the tower to serve all the sites, because we also have, like D brings out Z-cams. We have tracking cameras. We have more things deployed, more sites, because we have Danger Dune and the X Dune, and we have South, and we have the trailer, the Danger Lot. Like, we have so many cameras out now, we need to increase that infrastructure.
Yep.
So now we've got this big pipe between here and the hotel. Do I need more than a half gig at the hotel? We're like, when will we ever use 500 megabits? Well, let me tell you, we need more than that now.
We do.
We upgraded the link so we can deliver bandwidth here, but now I need to deliver bandwidth to the other sites. So it's the whole thing where it's like you find the next weak point. Oh, we remade that beefier, and now it's just what's the next thing that's going to break?
It's whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
It's network whack-a-mole.
It's sort of like that. So we found some stuff like that. Right now we're working on a whole Bite the Bullet project, doing some testing. We've invested in some hardware to redo the way our VPN works. Now,
Dr. Holly is really mean. She said, Jack unplugging the Starlink.
Ooh.
That didn't happen twice.
Ooh.
That didn't happen. That only happened once. That happened one time.
That is not a
One
thing.
time, and I'm never going to live it down. Rightfully so, because I'm a big dumb idiot.
Oh my gosh.
But you don't got to bring it up, Dr. Holly. Why got to do me dirty like that?
Jeez.
The other thing is Twitch chat. If you guys
Did
are
we
wondering
post
where,
up a picture?
if you guys are wondering where I've been the last 2 weeks, there you go.
Yeah, here's
There you
what
go.
we're working on.
That's what we've been working on.
Good grief.
Getting a really, really nice connection working here.
The delay and the scrub and everything, like it gave us a lot of time to get a lot of
It's
stuff
always
done.
good to have a scrub because a scrub is like a wet dress rehearsal.
It is.
We don't always have time to get wet dress rehearsals done because we're coming in from out of town.
Yep.
And usually we wait until the wet dress rehearsal of the rocket because then that's a high degree of what's the confidence is the right word, that they're actually going to launch. And here, SpaceX skipped the wet dress rehearsal, and so we didn't really know when we were coming into town, and we're like, oh, okay, let's go all of a sudden, right? But then having the first scrub launch sort of served as a wet dress rehearsal, not just for SpaceX, but for us too.
For us.
For us too. Right?
I mean, honestly, like speaking for me personally, it's really hard to put things into a launch day posture on a day that's not launch day.
Yeah.
For example, my 2 daily driver cameras are deployed on launch day.
Yep.
I typically use a rental camera on launch day.
Yep.
So if I just don't have that rental camera, which I don't all the time because it costs a lot of money to rent,
Yep.
then
It just is what it is.
right. So
Yeah,
as soon as it comes in, it's like use, test, because you want to work out the bugs.
There are people chatting about what we're talking. Arcanis? Yeah, Arcanis. The IT guy in the hotel must love you using all his bandwidth. No. We have a dedicated fiber drop that's not shared with the hotel guests.
Yep.
Why? Because we don't want to be at the whim of the hotel guests who are all on the Wi-Fi, watching stuff, whatever. We have a dedicated drop that comes into the server room and then is piped up to the rest of our equipment. So we're not doing that.
If you
so
ever
much work.
think of anything, viewers, if you ever think of anything
no.
and you're like, oh, I think NSF should probably X or Y, or I wonder if NSF has explored Z.
We have lots of
This dude spent like 6 months on it, figuring out all the details like 3 years ago, and it's old news. It's what he does. He's a magic man.
We can't always do everything up front, though. But hey, let me say this while we're on the topic. I see some people saying, "Oh, you should do this. Oh, Ubiquity sector equipment." Let me tell you about my original link at the hotel. It was a Ubiquity Sector AP because I was going to serve all of Starbase. What does that do? It bottlenecks you on the sector side over there. So we upgraded from a sector antenna to a dedicated antenna that just serves this tower and then it gets reserved, right? Yes, we've tried that. But that is the right thing we probably need to do now. I've got a single 360 repeater up there. What's it doing? It's just blasting signal in 360 directions. That's not very efficient. I don't need DB to go in that direction. I don't need signal to go that way. I need it to go there and there. So what's the next upgrade? You nailed it on the head. I need a small sector that serves the 2 sites that are this way, and I need a small sector that serves the 3 sites that are that way. And we're going to take that thing off the top of the tower. We'll probably get a lift out here because I don't want to climb this tower anymore.
Yeah,
and we need to install 2 sectors up here. So let me tell you this. If you are a Ubiquity professional who actually knows what you're doing, email me, please. Because I'm just figuring all this out. Like, I got Google. I can look things up. Business at NASAspaceflight.com.
Speaking of doing cool things, just, take a moment and read that. Don't read it out loud, but just like, that's a really good friend of mine who's working on a really cool thing.
That's
and he wants
neat.
And he wants to work with us.
We can work with that.
What's up, Nick?
Yeah.
We should talk about Redacted.
We've got mounts and things and stuff that point stuff.
We do have those stuff.
Yeah,
and things.
But for real, I mean, I'm not kidding. Business at NASAspaceflight.com. That's our public-facing email address. If you want to help us, you're a member and you're a viewer, and one of the ways you want to contribute to what we do is help us out with those sorts of things or ideas, or tell me what the heck to do when my 2 signal chains are not matching and there's a differential more than 3 decibels. Please send me an email because
he knows
polarity.
People come up to me all the time out here. I should probably get business
help.
Cards.
There's some chat even. Look, business at NASAspaceflight.com.
But people come up to me all the time. I'll be shooting and they'll come up to me and be like, "Hey man, I love NSF. I love you guys. What you do? I'm retired. I work in comms, or I'm a camera guy. Whatever it is." And I'm always like, "Yeah, man, business."
That's the whole thing.
NASAspaceflight.com. That's us.
We answer emails. So
we do.
How are we doing here?
Did we ever get a poll for what we made a clothesline out of?
Chris, B, Chris B.
Bacon.
Can we please make a poll about what we
Crispy
made?
bacon.
On wheels.
Oh my gosh.
On wheels.
About what we made the clothesline out of. The options were
Yeah, me too.
Ethernet cable, solar wiring, or weed whacker string was the other option. Those are the things at our disposal at the bunkhouse. I don't know if we can do a poll for that. Anyways, did we talk about any other news? We got through Firefly.
We have more questions. Peter's
We got
asking,
questions?
what was the biggest success in the week? Firefly, IM2, Ariane 6, New Shepard, Starship.
Firefly.
Of all of those, easily
Yeah.
Firefly.
Firefly knocked it out of the park, y'all.
Yep. I think it was for Flight 7. I tweeted a slow-mo shot of the catch or something.
That's right.
I don't think y'all could hear. Oh my gosh.
The scary part is he's right. I'm like kind of concerned how he knows.
No.
I guessed right. Oh no.
We already told him. He knows the answer.
Okay. I have no idea what I was. Oh yeah,
funny
Firefly.
story.
Make it
Firefly.
look easy.
Yeah.
Now, how do you do something impressive? Make something hard look easy.
Yep.
Firefly made it look easy. They crushed it. That's the biggest one of the week.
Firefly.
Yes.
Chad agrees. Firefly.
All day.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Across the board.
You love to see
You got it.
It brings joy.
It
What
does.
else? What else did we talk about? Clearly, Firefly was fantastic. The Cygnus in the shipping container. What's the deal with that?
Wait, what happened? What?
Cygnus was damaged in shipping.
Not Cygnus.
Cygnus was damaged in shipping.
Not Lenny.
I don't know if there's a lot of details on exactly what happened there. The note says, "Oh geez, ugh."
I didn't hear
That
about
was news
this.
that came out.
Cygnus
Yeah.
was how can you hurt a Cygnus? It's a Cygnus. It's a tube.
It's a tube.
It's a tube.
Well, you can hit a tube with something.
You can burn things in it, and you're like, come on.
He lit it on fire, and it was fine.
Sorry, I'm a recovering pyromaniac.
Sapphire is a excellent experiment. Look it up if you don't know what Sapphire is. Literally, Cygnus burns up in the atmosphere. They put the space station trash into Cygnus, things that they don't need to keep, but they also don't need to recover them for science purposes. That's what they do with Dragon. And Cygnus burns up in the atmosphere. But since Cygnus is going to be destroyed anyway, intentionally, they run experiments in it, and they set things on fire inside of the Cygnus capsule.
Well, it's important to, fire,
awesome.
Thousands of years of human evolution have taught us fire good. So that's A.
Yep.
B, we probably want to know how fire works in space, because
In
if we're gonna
microgravity.
if we're going to have people in
How does it
space,
propagate?
It's probably something we need to know a lot about.
Yeah, like rising. You have gravity here that differentiates, and you have rising. The heat from the fire rises up because of the density of the air and
That's
stuff
one of
like
my
that,
favorite
right?
little, what kind of science are we doing in space kind of things.
We're burning stuff in Cygnus
Suffice
spacecraft.
to say, I'm down with the Cygnus.
I got you. Good grief. I got you.
With the Cygnus.
Oh
Come
my
on,
gosh,
no?
seriously?
Really?
No, I know what you're talking about.
Guys, I've talked about this on Twitch
I just
chat.
can't do the wah-wah.
I'm so sorry, viewers.
I've talked about this. I believe in Cygnus superiority. I think Cygnus will be the end-all, be-all of spacecraft.
Is it like the crab of spacecraft?
Exactly.
Every
It's the
spacecraft
cockroach of-
eventually evolves into Cygnus.
Into Cygnus, yes, exactly. Because if you guys cast your mind back, ULA did a test with Lofted, the inflatable heat shield, and in the press conference, the post-flight press conference for Lofted, they talked about reusing Cygnus by putting an inflatable heat shield on it. So we could have reusable Cygnus in the future.
That would honestly be the sickest thing ever.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That would be the sickest thing
Every
ever.
spacecraft will be Cygnus.
The Cygnus thing ever.
Yes. See, he's doing it too.
No,
now.
he was just repeating me.
making sure everybody
Don't you let
heard
him
what
steal
Jack
valor.
said. I wasn't. I was amplifying your post. Good grief! It was like a retweet.
He was just retweeting you in real life.
Nah, he was doing that thing where he just steals the content.
No, I wasn't.
for play.
But I had a graph.
Was it
Said the
watermarked?
same thing,
Did
but
you
I had a
watermark it?
Oh, damn.
You should have watermarked
Cropped
your
out my
idea, dude.
watermark, dude.
Oh, jeez.
What's happening?
We had Cygnus in there. Also in the news, Voyager 1, NASA turned off some instruments on Voyager.
They're trying to save power.
Sad turtle.
Yep. Voyager 1 and 2, apparently.
Oof.
ESA's Gamma Ray Telescope ends operations. A Chinese rocket blew up on the pad.
Yikes.
Good grief. You know what this is coming from?
Yikes.
Well, no. You bet?
What?
What? Oh, good. Seriously?
I missed that.
Yikes!
You bet.
Concur.
This guy knows. Thank you. He got it.
Thank you. Thank you. We got there in the end.
And here we go.
I'm literally just reading the
Hey, the methane should be lighting the flare, right?
I'm reading the topics from This Week in Spaceflight. The video that has been edited. It's not releasing right. It's releasing later this evening. Kevin better scream at me if I got that wrong. I'm pretty sure This Week in Spaceflight's coming out.
Is that why Ryan took over my desk? Because he was working on that?
Yes.
I don't know.
Pretty much.
Okay, vacationing on that?
Oh. It's Weed Whacker String. Sorry, Chris, it's Weed Whacker String. Weed Whacker is close enough. Look, Ethernet cable, solar wiring, or a Weed Whacker.
It's not a bad idea either, to be honest with you.
We're just going to put EJ's underwear on the end of a Weed Whacker and turn it on and spin them around until they're dry.
You joke. But also, it is the
studio
NSF
audience
Bunkhouse.
too. It's awesome.
Honestly, having the studio audience.
Sorry.
Cool.
Well, I don't like this conversation anymore. I'm leaving.
All right, so vote. There's 229 votes in here. Get your 313 votes. What did we make the clothesline for EJ's laundry out of?
I'm not trying to bias the poll, and I do know what the answer is, and so this is not. You should not take this as any sort of indication of the actual answer. What I will say is, one would think that of these three answers, Ethernet would be a good one because it's the thickest, which means your clothes hanging on it aren't going to have like a crease in it. Like if you do Weed Whacker, it's too thin.
That's an interesting thought.
What was the other one?
Solar wiring.
Solar wiring. That could also be thicker though, because Dan likes the large gauge stuff.
It is. We have some like 6-gauge solar wiring, 6 and 10 gauge solar wiring.
Right.
We use for the primaries and the secondaries and the solar.
Can we get some 4-aught?
What?
4-aught?
I don't think we have any of that. No.
Dan, yeah, can we get some 4-aught?
We don't need just a huge solid piece of copper to run.
I want it.
Can we get some?
Those are the shunts. We have 500 amp shunts in here, dude.
Can we get some 10 gauge?
Can we get some what?
10 gauge.
We have 10 gauge.
Double-aught.
That's what you put in a 10 gauge, though. That's.
I ain't talking about wire.
Oh my gosh! How long do we let the poll for? Because we need to talk about this. Jack,
what?
Support. Do you have enough battery to read some support?
I'm at 1%.
Support.
Are you really at 1%?
No.
Speed run like your life depends on it.
Aviator 69, thanks for becoming a Red Team member. And Oliver, thank you for the support. They say, who would win, EJ's Weld or JB Weld? Just kidding, you read this already. Groundhog's Day. I thought I did that.
Thank you.
Why are you messing with me? Julie, you have a 0.5%. Go. Gamer.io, cheese pie, whatever. It is pie. It's not cake. Zachary, thank you for the store purchase. What did you get from the store? Can I tell on my iPad? It's a Flight 8 patch. Good job.
Nice.
Say, glad to have made it back to our Rocket Ranch. Back out to Rocket Ranch. See you next time. Awesome.
Excellent.
Steve, thank you for the support. They said, sorry, EJ, we argued about SpaceX being on the wrong path, and you said I was wrong. Maybe I'm correct. This is a step backwards for Starship.
Oh, we'll come back for that one. Steven, my question for you is, how else would they have tested it? Keep going.
Michelle, thank you for the store purchase. They say, enjoy
1%.
Your chat tonight.
It's blinking.
Max Print, thank you for buying a print. The photographers get a portion of the sale, so thank you. Steve Kalovic, thank you for the support. They say, blink twice if you're suffering. Oh, no! Apple! Tim Apple, why?
Look, everybody, there's a lesson
ABC.
here, right?
Always
No.
be charging.
That is true.
Always.
I do say that. There's a thing, but this is how Starbase goes, right? Of the people sitting here, one of us has a charger for a device they're using.
Whose EcoFlow are you using?
NSF's. Also, who made it appear here?
Yeah. Who charged it?
I don't know. That one was fully charged when we got there. So.
Yeah. This guy.
We appreciate you, Jack. Thank you for plugging in the EcoFlow so it'll charge.
I did a thing. I just didn't plug in my iPad.
Oh, dear.
We're getting resumes. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's sick.
All right. You're going to have to end up down at Starbase, though, so... Oh, geez. We talked through the stuff. We talked about This Week in Spaceflight. Coming up, the wind is actually getting a little windier.
Yeah,
it's a little chillier out here.
Yep.
Kevin, I want to make sure that the viewers know what's going on here. So can you fill me in the back channel on what the plan for This Week in Spaceflight is?
I can get my computer and continue to panel it up.
That would be good, because I don't want to leave anybody out. Kevin's going to read me in.
Hi, Kevin.
Okay. This Week in Spaceflight is coming out, and we're going to release This Week in Spaceflight. Sometimes we stay live with Flame Trench until that comes out, and then you get that wacky psychedelic "What drugs did you do?" countdown before This Week in Spaceflight premieres. Apparently that's still going to happen. It's just not going to be right after this stream. So do we have that? We don't have that link ready because we don't have it uploaded yet, I don't believe. But we're still. Kevin wants to make sure you still get the drugs you're going to do, or what?
What?
It was roughly. That's what Kevin just told me.
Sorry, what? What was that? What did you just say?
But anyways, This Week in Spaceflight is coming up. We are at
Jack's
some point.
orange.
I'm orange.
Going to
orange.
Jack got a jacket.
It's cold.
Jack got a jacket.
That's true. I guess I have my hoodie over there too. I could put on.
I ain't cold. You guys cold?
Whoa, let's be
I'm sweating.
aggressive
I'm
at
sweating
each
like
other
crazy
about
right
our temperature preferences.
Read some.
It's not a preference.
Read
It's a way
some
of life.
Thanks. When you're done with the thanks, then we'll talk about what we use for the clothes hanging. This clothes hanging because it's not the right terminology. The clothesline at the bunkhouse.
What's the stupid link to the oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, you got it.
I always forget what it is.
Probably shouldn't have say that one out loud on the stream.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
Yeah, okay. Things are still going here.
Hey, there's a launch pad behind us.
There is can we still see it?
There's a dude just trucking around in an excavator over there. Boy, I tell you, it's a mighty fine looking back.
Well, it looks like they're going to work on the road.
More pad parts. Gauge, go.
Pad parts. Gauge.
Oh, heck yeah. That's some elbows. You got yourself a tuber.
It could be a down tuber.
It's not.
It's a down tuber.
Okay, look.
Oh my gosh.
The transfer tube is used to fuel the rocket
Focus.
and get the engines
Thank
fuel.
the people
the fuel
who
goes
pay your
up
paychecks.
the tube and down the tube.
So?
And it transfers the fuel both up and down. So
Oh my
why would the name
gosh.
only be down?
Jack,
the space shuttle did the same thing. They didn't call it that.
it
I
is
don't
more
care.
important to Jack
The
to
space
argue
shuttle
about
sucked.
downcomers
You sucked.
It did. I hate the space shuttle.
than it is to thank viewers. Thank viewers.
I love the space shuttle. Okay. Anonymous with a store purchase. Flight 2 patch. Thank you. They say, hello, I've been watching you guys follow Starship's journey since SN4. You guys are the reason I'm interested in space flight and space exploration. Thank you for making these informing live streams and inspiring me to try and get a career in the space field. Heck
Do it.
yeah, you can do
Nice.
it. You can do it.
You can
we
do
get
it.
so many messages like that.
I'm
People
so-
that are like, I wasn't, and then I went to engineering for aerospace.
I'm bad at math.
Tell you,
I'm
that's-
catastrophic.
That's
bad
what
at
makes
math.
that's what makes this job worth
and
it.
I still
We're back.
somehow ended up in this space. So you can do it. Much love from Tampa, Florida. That's awesome. That's where I grew up. Shout out to Eastlake High School. Anonymous, thank you with the store purchase. That's the same one. Flight 2 patch. Magna Raptor, thank you for the support. I just found my Flight 1 patch. I'm so happy. I thought I was never going to see it again. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, you found it, or did it find you?
Speaking of finding things, I need to find my media badge for this one because I don't know where it went, and I have one from every flight, and I need to not have that one. I'd have to have them all. It's like Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
Sapphire 262, thank you for the 10 curly L's. They say super heavy and Block 1 ship failed 3 times before succeeding on every flight afterwards.
Bingo.
So maybe Block 2, which is a complete redesign, will also have to fail 3 times and then it'll be good.
I agree.
Highly, very possible.
Onwards and upwards.
Honestly, I won't be surprised if the next one also blows up, but this time in a completely different way. And I also won't think it's the end of the world. It will also not be a good look, but it won't be the end of the world. Artiflex, thank you for becoming a PadRat member. DMHMT, thank you for becoming a PadRat member. Riven, thank you for the 10 euros. We have Danger Van, Danger Dune, Danger Lot. What other danger things do we have?
Danger Jack.
We do have that.
Danger Van.
You get some tequila in me, Danger Jack comes out. You don't want that. Love the coverage, folks. Thanks for all the... No, we're moving on. Love the coverage, folks. Thanks for all the effort y'all put in. Thank you, Riven. Philip, thanks for becoming a PadRat member. Gamer.io says horseshoe crab. I'm not sure why. Probably because Cygnus. And farming on the fly. Thank you for the support. I'm a 15-year-old videographer. Can I come work for you in 3 years?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Look us up.
Make cool stuff.
There's probably still going to be space stuff going on in 3 years, right?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah.
If we haven't nuked ourselves in the glass yet.
Send us a message.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too real. Too real.
No, sorry. Whoops.
I think y'all saw from the overhead camera here, I needed to get the power supply for the camera because the camera battery was dying, so I grabbed the power supply and then I plugged it into the camera so it wouldn't die on us here.
Does that count as a hot swap?
Not really.
Battery
It's just
hot
I just
swap
put it on,
confirmed?
docked it with shore power or whatever you want to call it.
Confirm that Jesus is green.
What?
Jesus is green?
Okay, all right. Let me.
What are you talking about?
Let me explain.
I just plugged in the power. It's not that complicated.
One time I was watching a Rocket Lab launch with the YouTube annotations on.
Yeah.
And the closed captioning did not understand the New Zealand accent. So, can you confirm that Jesus is green? That's how the subtitles came through.
Gotcha.
Can you confirm that Jesus is green?
What were they actually saying?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember.
I wager it was GNC.
Yeah.
GNC. That sounds
You're
pretty
probably
close.
Right. Yeah.
That happened. If I was a betting man.
If you want to have some fun, turn on the annotations during a Rocket Lab launch.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, guys.
All right.
But yeah, do we have any other danger things? We have Danger Van, Danger Lot, Danger Dune.
Danger Dune.
Danger Dan.
Danger Dan.
You don't want.
He's not Danger Dan.
Oh, you haven't fought him.
What? Just because I'm nice to him. He
I also
wires our
haven't
solar
fought him.
panels. Why would I fight him?
I've definitely never fought Dan.
Burp.
No. What's your talk?
That's right, you don't.
Where is he going? He's going to sneak up on you. You better keep an eye on him.
Oh, God.
He's going to flank you.
I don't have any
Gotta flank
fireworks
him.
on me right now to defend myselp.
Got to do a submarine move. You got to flank
like
him.
a Sasquatch situation going on with him walking around in the scrub over here. Mud ape.
All right.
That's the one from Florida, right? The mud ape.
That would be the chupacabra, sir.
Let's do the thing with the clotheslines. We got all the support, right?
Yeah, we're good on support.
Yeah, y'all. Again, we can't say thank you enough. Stop that.
Dan's just holding up a lighter and lighting it. like he's at a concert and they're playing a power ballad.
Thank you. Enough for all your support. I mean, you're out here.
Kids these
you're
days
doing
use
super
their
chats.
cell phones with the LEDs. That's not the same.
Doing thumbs up. We had some people going through the shop there. We still have some Flight 8 patches left. We're probably going to have a more realistic Flight 9 patch. Stay on the lookout for that. Already looking at designs. You got a shirt or something like that? Some of the middle prints that support the photographers. There's the T-shirt.
Rapidly reusable tote.
What we could have had.
Right.
What we could have had
the prints
is on
are,
the design.
The prints are a big deal, you know.
Yeah, they really are.
Every single person that has prints in that store takes their imagery very seriously, and there's no higher honor than having that stuff on somebody's wall.
The social media, like when somebody sends a picture to you and they post it online, and they're like, hey, that was an awesome shot of the booster catch or whatever, and I bought it, and it exists in the real world, and it's on my wall now. I spent that wall real estate on your shot.
Of my own work,
really.
So I like to see what my stuff looks like on people's walls.
Yeah,
and it goes for any other photographers. If you do get a print, again, thank you for supporting their work. That means the world. I mean, NSF takes great care of us, but the little bit of extra that you get on top from when people really appreciate your prints helps you, upgrade your equipment.
Yep.
Do whatever rentals, whatever it is. It means the world. But whoever's print it is, when you get a print, please post it on socials.
Post a picture, even if you just do it privately.
If you don't want to post
you can send it to business at NASA Spaceflight. We'll see it. We'll share it with the photographer.
Yeah, there's no higher honor as a photographer than when someone wants to see your work every day.
It is really cool. I guess I don't have any prints on anybody's wall. I don't do prints, but when we get photos of somebody with one of our streams on their TV.
That's really cool.
Right?
That's
and you have
really
your
cool
TV in your living room, and you're at work, and you have it on another monitor or whatever.
Every now and then a SpaceXer will tell, we'll be like, hey, man, we have that on in the cafeteria all the time. Or we'll go to the Hopper House. Shout out to Hopper House.
Yeah, you see it at Hopper House, too.
Hopper House.
Isabel.
Yeah.
Yep. They had it in the restaurant at the hotel.
Yeah,
one of the TVs.
At Margaritaville. Where's Margaritaville?
South Padre Island.
Yeah, they had it on in the
sign
bar.
of a quality establishment.
Yeah. is having Starbase Live on the TV in the bar?
Duh.
Sure.
I'm trying to watch my sports ball over here and my tanks over there and drink a little, something, have some wings. Yeah.
But realistically, y'all, like when you get a print or something like that, or you have a T-shirt, you got a patch and you show us a picture of the patch on the wall or whatever, let us know. Oh, it's also our social team is saying you could DM us on if you're on Facebook. We have a Facebook account. You could DM our NASA Spaceflight thing there.
TikTok.
You could put it on. Oh God,
that's true.
It is true. You could put it on what's the Instagram? InstaFace. Instagram.
MySpace. GeoCities.
We have all those because people are all over, and our whole thing is we want to share cool stuff and real things with you. We love rockets. We love seeing things launch. It doesn't always go right, but we're all over the place. we love sharing it, and we try to put it on as many different social networks as we can. So
It's true.
if we got a command for that yet or not. But LSR, thank you for the reminder. That was LSR, who does a ton of work making the content get out to all of the different places where y'all might be able to see it. Because not everybody's on every social network, you know?
Yeah, I post a lot of just like random BTS snippets to my own my personal Instagram, and LSR is always really good about amplifying those with the NSF Instagram.
Yep.
Thank you, LSR.
You got it. Gage, do you need a place to sit, or are you cool? I'm good. You can sit in the car there. RC Horseman, Gage is cool. It's fun. Thanks for looking out.
Anonymous, thanks for the store purchase of the Flight 8 patch and of a Max print. They say this is some good stuff. Y'all should buy stuff from the store and when launch.
Oh.
Yes.
When launch?
When launch?
I say May.
2 months.
You think May? 2 months?
I think May.
That's probably realistic.
It's gonna be May.
Elon said 4 to 6 weeks. Elon. Oh my god!
You were so serious. I thought it was going to be about something else. Like you just realized, like, hey, dude, my keys are in your car. Don't drive away without, like. No, you just got really serious. Don't do that again.
Y'all can still hear us, right? Yeah. Okay.
Don't do that again.
It's gonna be May. Sorry.
Okay. What were we saying?
Why?
I have brain problems.
Thank you for the support. We'll just put it that way.
It's a worm.
All
I
right.
have to get a worm out of
Brain
it.
problems.
What does the poll say? Click on the poll. We got almost 800 votes on the poll. You have like 10 seconds. If you don't vote in the next 10 seconds,
Ethernet
it's too
cable's
late.
at 48%.
Okay.
Solar wiring is at 12, and
Okay.
Wind Whacker is at 40.
Okay.
I feel bad because I feel like I biased everyone toward Ethernet cable, which is not
maybe.
the right
You probably
answer.
shouldn't have said anything.
It's not the right answer.
It's not the right answer. 48% of you wrong, as it turns out.
Oh, damn. Damn.
So there is an entire decision tree. When you're deciding which piece of whatever you have laying around the house you're going to make a clothesline out of, and you don't actually have a clothesline, right? Let's start with the solar wiring. Solar wiring, thick gauge copper. If you have a piece of wire that's long enough to make a clothesline out of, you can still use that for something else, and it's expensive. So solar wiring is right out.
Also, you might get
Dan
a
is
meth
nodding.
head. You might get a meth head breaking in your backyard to steal your copper.
Steal our copper. Dan is shaking his head because that's true. We're not going to use solar wiring because it's expensive, and if it's long enough for a clothesline, it's still useful to us.
And a meth head might steal it.
Ethernet cable. Oh, look, Ethernet cable went down 1%. Ethernet cable.
People voted for solar wiring while you were saying that. 'Cause like, oh, he's talking about solar wiring.
Jump in. On the Ethernet cable. We have tons of Ethernet cable.
Shoot.
We have a lot of no good Ethernet cable that we've pulled out and we haven't thrown away yet for some reason because we're some sort of like Ethernet cable rat's nest hoarders.
Yeah.
But
That's
generally,
so real.
if it's busted because it has water intrusion or an animal has gnawed on it, by the way, if your cables are getting broken at Starbase, you need to not wear cologne when you put them in the field because animals will chew on them.
That's true.
Starbase facts.
It's weirdly true.
Good grief.
The things you learn by putting cameras and equipment out here for
the BYU people.
Yeah, I remember.
Had stuff at Highway, and before the last launch, the launch before that, an animal chewed right through all of their wiring at the stuff right here. What's the difference? We have wiring all over the place. This wiring is all acclimated to Starbase.
Yeah,
it doesn't smell like anything they want to eat.
The dumbest thing in modern society is making wiring insulation out of corn and corn byproducts.
Things that animals want to
animals
eat.
are like, oh, this is tasty. Nom, 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 nom.
Yep.
That's like an entire thing. We've had some cables get chewed in the past.
Yeah,
we know that
cables
that's a
got
thing.
eaten.
I think
Before.
Interstellar Gateway was saying, too, that they had some coyotes chewing on some cables
It
as well.
looked like I saw pictures online, and there's like teeth marks all over the cable.
That's
So
wild.
it's a thing. Like,
Literally,
don't eat
it's
Cheetos
wild.
and then put out your cables. Don't wear cologne and then put out your cables. It's like a bear sack hanging in a tree. Anyways, that's a diverge. Like, the Ethernet cable that we have that is no good anymore is typically dirty. You don't want your clean laundry on the Ethernet cable.
That's true.
That you've put in the backyard because it's dirty because it's
real.
been out here, and then we pulled it out of the site because it was water intrude or chewed or whatever. Right?
Also, we always have the Ethernet cable box on us because the number of times per launch, someone has to be like, Dan, I need an Ethernet cable that's
Let's make a
8
cable.
feet and 6 inches long exactly.
Yep.
And yeah, the Dan's like, beep, 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 red,
Make
blue,
a
green,
cable.
red, yellow, blue. You do it too. What's the mnemonic for the
Orange, white and green, blue, white and blue, green, white and brown, brown.
One of these days I'll remember that.
You need to make a couple cables.
Yeah, I want to. Teach me.
We should do that.
Aren't you glad that I made this comment?
Ethernet cable making member stream?
It's Spec B. We wire everything Spec B. Anyways, so the answer to the survey, what we made EJ's clothesline out of was Weed Whacker string, not a Weed Whacker, which would have been hilarious,
That would
by
have
the
been
way.
great. Yeah, I would.
Weed Whacker string. It's cheap. We had some handy. It was like able to be tied. It was a little tough to tie it, but we got it working. We put it between the fence and the corner of the fence. We put EJ's wet laundry on it. This shirt, those pants specifically.
Yep. You came in and he was folding his laundry, and you were like, "Is it dry?" And he's like, you were like, "It's damp."
It's dryish.
Yeah, you said dryish. That's what, yeah, dryish.
Yeah.
It's drier akin. It's good enough.
Yeah, dryer
Anyways,
adjacent.
that is the story of our dryer being on the fritz and it being used
What would you like?
Weed
Do you want
Whacker
Discord?
string.
Do you want the panel?
But I have clean clothes now.
I'm good. He does have clean clothes to travel home in.
Yep.
That's the funny story. Like, he gets to Starbase, he thinks he's going to be here for a couple days, and what does he spend his first day on? Fixing the rover.
No.
Oh, no?
No.
I did the truck first.
You did the truck first.
Oh, fixing the truck.
He loves you more.
And then fixing the rover.
And then fixing the rover, yeah.
And so his blue jeans are like, I've been replacing a drive shaft on a Land Rover or whatever, right?
That's true. Yes, that's accurate. Very accurate.
Yep.
Thank you, EJ. You're the best.
It was
I love
quite
you.
dirty.
I got you.
Every time I drive that thing now, I've gone from sort of having a panic attack while I drive to actually having a panic attack to like it's just like wave after wave of dopamine. So thank you. I've told you this off air, but even
like our on-site mechanic.
Even today, my driver door was starting to stick in the same way that all the other doors were sticking before EJ fixed them. And then EJ fixed it, and I went and returned all the camera rentals. And when I came out of Walgreens and walked up to my driver's side door, I wasn't thinking about anything in particular. I opened my driver's side door with ease. Like buttery smooth opening, and I got a hit of dopamine. It was just like, yes, put it in my veins. Thank you, EJ.
I got you, man. Got you, man. We gotta keep this boat afloat.
We almost 3D printed some clothespins. We made parts. We make parts. We made camera enclosures. We made adapters. We make all sorts of stuff on the 3D printer. It's fantastic. And we literally went and we were about to 3D print clothespins, but we were doing the math and we're like, all right, each clothespin takes this amount of time. If we print enough clothespins to pin all the clothes to the line, it wouldn't have gone fast enough. So, anyways, folks, I think we have gotten to the end of the flame trench.
What? Already?
Today.
Man, that was quick.
Is it the bottom of the flame trench? You start at the bottom of the... We've exited the flame trench, maybe.
Yeah. We're combustion byproducts.
We are now combustion byproducts.
It's a good show. Should watch that on my Twitch stream.
Kevin can hop in and tell me if I've missed anything.
Hi, Kevin.
Totally winging it here.
We didn't do any
today.
like retrospective or debrief or how do we feel we did kind of thing. I don't know if we want to do that, but we could. Normally Kevin comes on, we like talk about our feelings and I almost cry.
Talk about our feelings.
That kind of thing. We could do that. We could also just not.
I don't want to do that.
No, I'm good.
I don't want to do
I'm good. I failed a lot on this one, but there's always the next one.
Geez.
So did SpaceX.
Oh, we got gifts.
We do have gifts.
Hey.
Oh, wow. Wait, we're going to be seeing these on such a delay. Can we see them here on less of a delay? Hang on.
Oh, yeah. Wait, good idea. I just closed it.
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Yes.
The gift with
His Trunks. That's my son. My son's name is Trunks.
That's amazing.
He's my son.
Sorry.
We can see him in real time here. What is this? Oh, the cheers.
Oh, we got the cheers.
The TV Static Water / Topo Chico cheers. Nice.
Topo Chico. Topo Chico, call me.
We would do a Topo Chico.
I would get a
sponsorship.
Topo Chico tattoo.
What is this? Oh, look, it's a real world super chat. Dan gave us $3. What? And then he took it back.
I wasn't even here for that.
He gave us $3 in the real world.
He gave us cash. He gave us cash.
That's awesome. What else do we have? Oh, Dan leaning in.
Oh, Dan.
Sorry, I should show you.
Dan jumping on camera when he shouldn't be? Oh, wow. What a surprise. What a surprise.
Oh, jeez. He would never do that.
They can't hear you, Dan, and they can't see
He said
you
he would
either.
never do that, ever.
What is... Oh, some handshakes. This is when we had to give him the cash back, actually.
Got it.
Like, we got some firm handshakes, and we gave him his $3 back.
Doctor.
What else? Hi, that's us. I think this is live again. Yeah, that's us at the end. Cool. All right. Folks, thank you for bearing with us. I know this is a totally different sort of thing, but we had all the equipment. We've got places to go and other live streams to do. Jack is going to need to get on the road shortly to go and support somebody that we are working with. It's already been publicly announced. Firefly has another launch. launch.
Something.
Has another launch.
You all
Flight
right?
6 coming
Do you
up.
smell burning toast?
I don't know. I'm good. So we are going to be
Call a
supporting
ambulance.
that with a live stream.
Strong the bondulance.
I'm going to mute y'all's mics. Jack is going to be out at Vandenberg supporting that. I'll be in Austin, Texas with the Firefly team walking you through Flight 6. Other cool things on the horizon as well.
What? I'm just really excited for that. I get to go to Vandy to cover a launch with Firefly.
It's your stomping grounds, dude.
Which is a really cool company.
You know
and-
Vandy.
Yeah, and I love Vandy. It's where I came up, you know. And
This is almost sort of Vandy-type weather right now.
Yeah, it is. It's an
Yeah.
honor to get to do that. I'm so excited for it. And, just bring that coverage to everybody.
Yeah, it really is awesome. What are you
Thank
pointing at?
Roger.
Oh, Roger is here
Roger.
too.
Get over here.
Yeah, Roger's here too.
Come here. Get over here.
Roger.
We have a lot of stuff coming up here, folks, but the way we make it work is with the whole team of people who help us out. Roger, how you doing, senor?
What's up, buddy?
Somebody needs to point the camera this way.
It's
That's
Gage.
Gage. This is
God.
Roger in the middle. Dan is in the back.
Dan is doing
You better
Dan
keep an eye on
things.
him.
Oh,
He's
God.
in the back.
Oh, jeez.
I hope y'all can see him. Let me see. Oh, wow, yeah, hang on, I can't see.
We
can see everybody. There we go.
We have the best team.
Yeah, Roger is like our hospitality crew. He sort of hangs out over at River. He's getting water and drinks. He's got your RV over there, right,
He's also
Roger?
the-
Watching the launch.
He also runs SBL cams.
Runs
schedules
SBO cams from there. He's got a Starlink out of there
Sweet
controlling
camper we all
things.
sleep in.
He says hi to people who come by to see the danger van over there, like the whole shooting match. But the way we're able to keep all this going is two things. There are two main legs to what NASA Spaceflight does. There's the team of people who are out here getting things done, bringing cameras around, putting stuff out, all that sort of thing, all sorts of different skill sets. The people back home that are at their desks doing remote camera operations, running the stream, Kevin and Jay and the entire crew, everybody keeping things going. The team is a big part of it, but we could all do this and it would be great, but we would have to stop if nobody watched us. And that's the third thing?
Third leg. Stools typically have 3 legs.
Well,
there's 3 legs on the stool. It's
What's
us.
the
It's
third
the
leg?
people in back home, like
Yeah.
the people work remotely.
What's the other
and
one?
then the third one is the viewers.
I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine.
It's us.
I was doing the team as a leg, but you're right. The people in the field, the remote people contributing, and then the viewers. I like it. It works.
I like it too.
There are 4 main weapons
There
of
are
the Spanish
4
Inquisition.
lights.
No, not lights.
No,
the
there's 4
Spanish
lights.
Inquisition.
I'm
I was
pretty sure
going
there's
with.
4 lights.
Nobody's expecting them.
No,
Oh my
I certainly
gosh!
wasn't.
Let me
We
get
really-
back into chat.
We have the
here.
best team ever. We really do. Like I've worked a lot of places. I've freelanced a lot of places over
Yeah.
the years in the film industry and in random weird jobs. Before I went to work at a place where you're friends with literally everybody.
Yep.
And not only friends, and I hate the the managerial we're all a family here.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like
not
no,
a deal.
that's garbage. That's
We don't ever say it unless we're talking to y'all. It's
But-
not like we all get together and
But no, us as a team and us with our view, we're legitimately there is a strong bond, and when everyone rolls into town for a launch,
Yep.
the atmosphere and the mood, it just immediately lightens. We all ham it up. I harass Dan. Dan puts crabs in my bed. It's pretty great.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Okay, here comes Dan.
They can't hear you.
He says no crabs were hurt during the whatever the hell Kelsey said there.
I don't know that he can guarantee that.
Anyways, Kevin, are we good? Make sure you don't miss out on This Week in Spaceflight, folks. It's coming up. They've been editing up a storm on it. All the serious coverage. Alicia does such a good job covering the news in a shorter format. And did anybody see us on Popular Science TV?
What?
That was a whole thing. The
Is that
Starship
why-
launch was carried on Popular Science TV.
Is that why you've been making me say popular science things
Yes.
on Starbase Update?
Yes, that's right. Starbase
I guess
Update.
that would make sense.
This
No,
Week
he
in
did it for fun.
Spaceflight.
Just to see if you would do it.
All right, Jack, this week for Starbase Update, we're going to need you to say everything backwards in Pig Latin. Wow, okay, sure.
K-O-A-A.
No, for real. New thing we've been doing. We were official launch coverage for Popular Science TV. Like on Plex Plex and some of your smart TV apps. There is
awesome.
a Popular Science TV channel, and when there are cool launches happening, you can see it. Our content will be there on Popular Science TV. Same thing this week in spaceflight, going on Popular Science TV. Starbase update, going on Popular Science TV. So I don't know if anybody has seen that yet. I know y'all are all the YouTube people, but if you're ever on the TV and you're scrolling through Plex or whatever and you see Popular Science TV, you might see NSF content on there.
Pretty cool.
So we said socials. We said thank you to people that were supporting what we do. What else?
I stream on Twitch.
This dude streams on Twitch. Hello, Twitch
Twitch.tv.
viewers.
Twitch.tv/EJ_SA.
It's true. You can give him grief for not bringing a phone charger and therefore not being able to interact with you during the show, because that's on him.
I've been raiding his Twitch chat lately, and it's been so fun. It's been so fun because people in your chat don't know I'm me, because my name on Twitch is not my name, and it's not any name I've used on any other social media. I guess except Instagram, but nobody knows that one. So I roll into your Twitch chat and I just start yelling things, and some of the mods now know, but initially I think I might have caused a panic. But your Twitch is a good time, and I'm making it chaos. But
we have a Jack emoji.
There is a Jack.
We have a Jack emoji in a cowboy hat.
It's a good one.
Just saying.
Stetson Open Road quality hat.
Yep.
Nice.
Stetson, call me.
Stetson. You're not sponsored by Stetson, unless.
I mean, we're in Texas.
Hey man, if I'm gonna live the influencer life, I might as well get a cool hat. I can't believe I just said that on air.
Dude, the fact that you just said it so nonchalant, you're like, Stetson, call me.
That's the joke. That's why it's a good joke.
Somebody clip that and email it to comms@stetson.com or whatever the heck their email address is. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Stream car repairs on Popular Mechanics.
Nice. I would do that. Honestly, it was so fun working on the car with you.
Thanks.
And half
and
of
then it's nice to have a car that works too.
It is. Half of what we did though is I would be, because I have anxiety, and I'd be like, dude, but what about this? And you're like, oh no, it's fine.
It's fine.
Like I just need to record EJ saying it's fine, and when I'm when I'm worried about something,
no, it's good, man.
I'll just be like, I'm a little bit worried. It's fine. Thank you, EJ's voice.
Good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah,
it'll survive.
Yeah, everything's great now.
Everything's good.
Not worried about anything. This guy's got my back.
Yeah, we're in Texas right now. Literally, that's the stack back there. We're at Starbase. We're at our highway property.
Should we do the meme? Should we do the meme point?
What's the meme? I can't do the meme point. You'll have to edit
Come
me
on,
out.
Dust. No, come on, Dust.
No, it's fine.
No, come on, Dust.
Dude, I'm not a monkey. I'm not
come on, Dust.
monkey.
Dance, monkey. Dance. He did it. He did it.
Look, there's the EJ. There's the thing.
Oh yes, look at all the yak emojis.
Were we supposed to hit a premiere time or something, and we've completely blown it?
No, we're fine.
Did we just make Kevin hate us?
I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss a message in the back channel.
You guys rock.
I'm trying to make
Thank you, Twitch chat. Very cool.
That's awesome. What do y'all think? All right. We just rolled up. We just did one camera. We had our headsets. Little windy, whatever. We're on the side of the road at Starbase.
We did 2 cameras.
We did. With 2 cameras, 3 cameras, the rest of the cameras.
All the cameras.
Was this terrible for a flame trench, or was this an okay hangout after the lunch on the bed of the truck, tailgate? Was this all right with y'all?
I've been worried it was going to break the whole time.
We don't want
Tell
it
me
to
it's
be
fine, EJ.
Terrible.
It's fine, dude.
Oh, that's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. You don't need to worry about your tires coming off.
Daniel's cheating. He answered the question before it actually made it through. He said, love it, and I hadn't even asked the question yet. Whenever. We always see Gwen.
Get delayed, idiot.
Do it again. Bob Smith, absolutely fantastic. Jim Hendrickson, this is the best flame trench yet. You guys are amazing. John Whitewater, doing it live, says Joey. This was fantastic.
We'll do it live.
We got Best.
Do it live.
James, this was great for a flame trench. Plaid Dragon, 10 of 10. Great content, 5x5. Loved it. This is great. Loved it so much. Great one. Yeah, And Dan cheated because Dan's at the beginning before y'all even heard the question.
Cheater.
He's a phony.
Yeah.
This guy's a big fat phony.
He's a phony.
We installed the internet connection so that we could send camera feeds to and from the Starbase. Not so you could cheat on chat interaction.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Yes.
All right.
This type of stream needs to happen more.
Drew Nar,
All right.
Flight 9 patch that just fireworks. You joke,
you think that's funny, so do we.
Wow.
Stay tuned in this space.
Wow.
Hella Joe Prince, thank you for the support. They say, going to Florida on Sunday. Anyone here
Nice.
watching the Crew 10 launch from Saturn V Center? Greetings from
geez.
Germany. Wear an
I'm
NSF
not.
shirt, and if anyone else sees you in the NSF shirt, they'll know that they can come up to you and be like,
Yeah.
hey, I also know them.
That's
let's
like the whole thing.
Let's be nerd friends.
Yep.
Wear your nerd flag high.
Seriously, when you go to KSC, you don't need to worry about people, like, if you nerd out over stuff, that's totally normal.
It's like a thing.
Everybody is there to do the
fine.
same thing.
Exactly.
So nerd out. Don't feel anxious about it. It happens. Okay?
Kal-El becoming a red team.
You'll
member.
walk
Thank
in,
you.
you'll see the Saturn V, and you'll go, okay. Then nerd out. It's cool. Trust me on this one.
EJ, I'm just looking out for you, but you're going to have a really weird pocket set up there with
What?
that stretch
You don't like-
in the pockets.
You don't like my Topo Chico setup? Is my Topo Chico holder?
We're
I have
going to
a.
need to dry that on high to suck that back in.
Well, you can use the clothesline.
You could use the
clothesline. Made out of what,
to
Chad?
flatten it out.
Weed whacker twine.
Weed whacker
There you go.
Tell EJ Brimo is saying nice things about him in Twitch chat.
Oh.
We should say nice things about Brimo for letting EJ migrate to Starbase.
Yeah,
Immigrate to Starbase.
Definitely been here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, folks, that is going to be the end of the Flame Trench. Are we good to go?
I think we're good to go.
I think we're
We
good
are.
to go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for bearing with us here on the tailgate of the pickup truck on the side of the road at Starbase. We really appreciate y'all being along for the ride here.
This is one of those things we've always talked about doing.
Yep.
And we did it. So
There we go.
That's pretty cool. It was a fun one. I hope you guys liked it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good time. Should do this more.
We really should.
Should do this more.
It works out so well when we're all together. And
There's
we
no
can talk
delay.
in real time.
Oh, it's so much
I can
No
just
easier.
make a
delay.
snide remark immediately.
And I can ignore it and keep talking about it.
And I can say it
Like
again
that.
to really annoy
See?
you. Yeah.
It works. It's perfect.
Look, Jacob Peter Hensel says, I will pay for this content.
Yay, thank you.
Thank
You don't have to, though. Everybody watching, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us.
Thanks, guys.
For real.
For now, do we do like a thing at the end of the Flame Trench? Or are we just good?
Bye.
We fight with swords.
Bye.
What?
Did you bring your sword?
No.
What?
He's just going to throw down the headset. I need these headsets for Firefly, man. Don't throw these down. Anyway.
He gently placed it with emphasis.
On the surface of the pickup truck. All right, y'all.
I gently placed it.
We're going to get out of here, pack this up, get on out and see some dinner. Thank you for hanging out with
See
us.
some dinner?
And we will see about some dinner. Whatever.
We are going to look at it for a second.
Well, I'm going to take a photo of
You
it.
just have to
because,
eat blind.
I mean, to be on brand, I have to take a photo of it.
You got to put it on the gram.
I am from California.
You gotta
Well,
do
if
it.
you post it on social media, you can write it off on your taxes, actually. Like,
There you go. That's
if
right.
you're an influencer and
No,
you use
I'm
it as
not
social
bad.
content,
Nobody should use that word to respect them. Let's
That's
end the
Spaceflight
show.
doesn't offer tax advice.
End the show.
In the show.
End the show.
All right. Later, y'all.
See you guys.
And here we go. We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be nominal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Doubling up. Roger, roll, Atlantis. Water towers, fly! Yes! Tango down to nominal. Flight downside, FD off. Bring in, FD off. It's orange! Orange 45! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Décollage.
Put that in the big bag, Jingle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
The methane would be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You bet. We don't need any more of these.
Do that. Yeah. No, we'll pack all this up, dude. You're good.
Oh, scheiße.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we still have work to do.
Yeah. But you need to go upload your footage.
I
We can handle that.
I have to get my stuff uploaded.
Yeah. All right.
Brian, dinner thing?
Oh, yeah, we're figuring it out.
I would like.
Hey, Kevin, real quick. In Discord.
It's possible.
After the stream, can you please check the Flame Trench and... Yeah, I got you. Check the Flame Trench YouTube configuration and see if it was on normal latency. I feel like it was so far behind. Like, yeah. Was it on normal latency?
Choco Chico Jack?
Oh, copy. Sorry.
You alright?
Gosh dang it. That's why. I was like, why is it so far behind? It's like way behind, and that's what it was. All right, that's fine.
We're still live, okay.
Yeah, we're with the Membies, yeah.
We are with the Membies, and we're still live on Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch.
Oh.
Kevin needs a second.
Kevin needs a second.
Yeah, you can talk to Twitch, though.
All right, hi.
Ow. Oof.
What was your favorite part of fixing my truck?
Driving it down the road to be 100.
The answer is driving it down.
What?
Ooh, I gotta get up.
Oh, okay. What was the best part of fixing your truck? Driving it down the road.
After fixed?
Yeah, after I fixed it. And, it working.
Nice.
Because there's always...
I'm calling you now every time I call.
Oh, jeez. Because there's always that, especially when you're working, when you're working on your own stuff, you're working on anybody else's car, there's always in the back of your mind, like, oh, what if I didn't tighten that? What if that went wrong and the wheel comes off? That happened to me once.
You found the hype joint?
Yeah.
I built solar stuff for people. That's the last thing. What if they hurt themselves on something that I built?
Yeah, right? You're just like, what if I broke it? What if I made it worse?
Myself on your shoddy wiring more times than I can count.
What are you talking about?
Choco Chico Jack, yes. Choco Chico Jack. Topo Chico Jack. See,
Choco Chico Jack?
Because he was choking.
Good grief.
An audience out there. Give a live video audience.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, cool. EJ, you can talk to Twitch. Are we still on Twitch?
We're still on Twitch.
All right. Well, you can talk to Twitch.
Great Flame Trench. Yeah, right? It's pretty cool with the pad in the background.
Yeah. We could do it.
Yeah.
The signal's tougher at River. I came here because I knew I could jack directly into the 60 gigahertz and we'd have signal here. And it seems like it was stable the entire time. So that's why I didn't go to River. But in the future, we can upgrade things. Yeah, that would be interesting. I thought about going down to the pad, but the pad signal, I don't have the same infrastructure, and it's a little dicier. And I just wanted to get a show that was going to work. So, does it really? Over there right now?
Did you hear what happened?
Wait.
Did you hear what happened?
No.
During launch.
Oh, yeah.
Fell forward, then fell back.
And it was better. That's a lot.
One of the antennas got blown backwards and made a better connection.
No, it got sucked forward. When the cloud collapsed, it fell forward.
It fell towards
way.
the launch pad, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We need to put out CP11, Dan?
Yes, we need to go get CP11 and bring it to the prod side.
Head out and start working.
Go for it, dude, yeah.
In your working automobile.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Gosh.
Nice.
What?
Expected neg 63. It's got neg 51.
Oh, yeah.
Now do Rocket Ranch Flame Trench. All right.
Is that broken? What's the capacity reported as? 100 gigabits each way?
Okay, Bob.
100 megabits each way, not gigabits.
All right.
Psst, cool. Over 2.2 miles.
Hi, Kevin.
Oh, jeez. What's up, Twitch chat? I apologize we stole EJ for so long. I know there are workers and resources that need to be
We got
managed.
work to do. Yep, we got work to
managed.
do. But see, the cool thing about it is that, and we should do this, we didn't, just in the scheme of things, guys, we didn't have time to do it like an IRL stream from a car. But there, if you go around Port of Brownsville, there's some real workers
There's a
and
lot of cool
resources
stuff to
going
look
on.
at. Yeah.
There's refineries being built. There's oil being built. Train tracks everywhere. Starbase, obviously, it's great.
Yep.
There's trucks everywhere. Like we saw launchpad parts going down the road during flame. Dude, I got super distracted from it. I was like trying to be serious, talking about like serious issues. I was like, oh, squirrel! Squirrel!
And launchpad parts.
Yeah, launchpad parts.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the aircraft carrier's there, Vargon.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
it's there, and it makes me sad.
Yeah. Anyways.
If anybody knows anybody that has like a couple $1 million and knows anybody in the scrapping industry, could we get the conning tower from the aircraft carrier and like use it as a viewing site? He doesn't want to do this, but I think it's a good idea.
I mean, I just don't have the $1 million to pay for it. I'd love to have an aircraft carrier conning tower on our property.
Well, that's why I asked. Investors?
I just don't have
possibly
$1 million. Like, what's your business plan there for investors? You can't just be investors and be like, give me money.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you need a business plan.
Yeah.
What
we
is
could
it?
charge admission.
Launch viewing from the aircraft conning.
That is a business
So
plan.
then run your numbers. How much are you going to charge for admission? How many people can you accommodate per launch?
3.
That's 15.
5, 3. No.
How much does the conning tower cost?
Yeah, we can. It's a long-term investment.
It's a really long-term investment. Well, you're going to have fixed operating costs that you have to pay constantly to keep it there.
Dude, don't
you
get
probably
all
need
real
power.
on me.
It's going to get rusty and fall apart. What about the slab to install the thing? Like, you're going to have to think about that stuff.
Look at this.
The slab is at least 7.
All right, fine. I'll hit the lottery. New plan.
New plan.
We'll hit
I'll
the lottery.
Hit the lottery.
Investors, possibly you.
Oh, jeez.
We will paint your name on the side if you invest.
What? I don't think investors usually want that.
But
it's not like they want their money back plus more.
Yeah. Right.
Now, what we need is a nonprofit. That's when you put somebody's name on something.
Yeah, okay. Well, it worked for Intrepid. We know them, so maybe we can ask them how they did that.
Did Mr. Intrepid?
Yeah. Mr. Intrepid.
That's the name of the museum. Yes, Mr. Intrepid.
Yeah. Mr. Intrepid, yes.
Mr. Intrepid Foundation. Oh, jeez. I'm not actually reading Twitch chat right now,
I
so...
am.
How is Twitch chat doing?
They said they're getting their wallets out. Tim Trepid.
Tim Trepid.
Mr. Tim Trepid.
Mr. Tim Trepid.
We can name it the NSF Yak. The real question is, when do I do weed whacking streams for NSF?
Hey, we could put a GoPro on a weed whacker and you could go around the lot like this and have a live feed.
Haven't you done that?
I've done a chainsaw and a pressure washer. I haven't done a weed whacker.
It'll still work.
I can do it. You wear the backpack and you run. You're good to go. You wear the backpack. You run into that. We'll connect it to the short-range Wi-Fi antenna here. Strap a little video camera. I'll use one of my Sonys.
I'll do it.
Down and you just weed whack Starbase.
I'll do it. Like, if you guys want me to, I'll do that.
That would be really cool.
They said their wallet's empty. They checked.
Oh, they were opening it, but there was nothing in it.
Well, I know what you mean.
It.
I got like $3. Does that help?
We're still alive with the members, I think, too.
Yeah, we got Membies as well.
Let me go over to there so I can read that. You read Twitch, I'll read Membies.
Okay.
42 in audience. Neat.
Does DAS stream Kerbal Space Program?
I don't.
Used to.
No, not anymore.
Now he's streaming Human Space Program.
Can I just read the chat without having to watch the video? I don't need to see the video.
There should be a chat button right there.
Yeah, but it always uses the bandwidth on this. I don't care. I don't care about that.
Well, slide that off then.
I see Vargon, Brett Ubergeek, J-Volt. Would the electric weed whacker interfere with the signal? Nah, J-Volt, you're fine. Weed whacker's in front of you. Motor's going to be like held there. The backpack's on your back. You're fine. That's not going to be a problem.
What's up? Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, Twitch versus Discord Echo. Yeah, Steve Harry, I'm here. I'm reading now.
Hey, Boxer.
Yeah, DOS, business owner. Make it an Airbnb.
Oh,
you could rent out, because usually in the superstructure of the aircraft carrier, that's where the captain's quarters.
The captain,
the XO. That's not okay. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Keep going, Chad.
You
Trust
probably,
me.
That would. You know something? I wish somehow I could get stainless steel booster shell. And put it on the property and make it into Airbnb units.
That's a good idea.
Like
hey,
external,
Booster 12
put it down. I don't think you'd have to pressurize. You'd have to like reinforce the structure or something, right?
Yeah.
But like just slice it up and make it into Airbnb units and like have the star B&B or whatever, the Starbase Airbnb.
It's a really good idea.
Like people would do that.
Was just chilling over there.
If you could watch the launch from inside a booster shell that's been put together as an Airbnb.
Okay, new plan.
We'd have to reinforce it.
They take all the ITAR stuff out of Ship 20. We take Ship 20, we lean it on its side, right? We put it on the river property right there, like what they want to do with the lunar outpost, right? We lay it on its side.
They could test their lunar outpost starship horizontally by putting it on our property and turning it into
the kind of brainstorming I like.
Yeah. Oh, more member streams, more better.
That's
yes. Right. I'm scrolling. As long as EJ is the captain, with the hat and all.
Huh?
What?
Am I the captain?
The captain?
Huh?
Oh. Do what? Oh, good Lord.
I got that joke. Yes, leave it on the sign.
I want the superstructure, the one with the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whichever one has the bridge and stuff like that. I think it's all superstructure.
The JFK actually has wood paneling in the VIP areas.
Wow.
Person who mentioned it had served on it. All right.
Huh. Yeah, Cretans, I bet you they were all emptied out. I bet you they were all just emptied out. If you still saw ray domes or whatever,
Lean it on its side. Yes, the intuitive machine strategy. Damn. Well, you didn't need to grill them.
Soon.
We
Jeez.
like those guys. Intuitive machines
cool.
is cool. Dang, man.
Oh, we always come out here and we try to nice.
That's a good idea.
We try to
have
do
an extra
streams like this, and we're always so busy setting up before launch. We almost never get to these streams. So I'm glad that we were able to hang out and do some just hanging out with y'all. That is cool. I need to get back. There we go. All right. Wow, there's 46 in the audience now.
What's up, guys?
JFK would rust like crazy down there, though, in the salty water area. I mean, JFK sort of spent its entire life in salt water, closer to salt water than it would be here, which is where your fixed cost, your ongoing cost for maintenance to keep it in operation.
We get a
just keep putting on that battleship paint.
Yeah, we get a couple of squids come out here. What, you don't know how to paint the ship?
Keep painting the ship.
You don't even have to scrape the barnacles off. We're good. We're good, dude.
Oh, gosh. Man, my leg, I was sitting
That's why I stood up.
Dude, this is not OEM. You see how it's an added, rubber thing?
Yep.
And it's sitting on the actual locking hardware of the tailgate, dude.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Hokey, you know a lot of squid. Dude, we can, like I said, we got to, anybody that the company that's scrapping that thing? Let's get the conning tower. We start a nonprofit. And then, well, actually, I don't know where to go from there. He's the money guy, so.
I just have to make sure we can keep this going for all the people that can do this, right?
Yep.
I'm the custodian of NSF. I just try to keep it afloat so we can keep doing this because this is a pretty cool thing to do.
If you're keeping it afloat, that means we need ship parts.
I don't want to sink it by putting a ship part on it without the rest of the ship, EJ.
Well, that's ironic.
It would sink.
No, it wouldn't. It's on land.
Purchasing that ship part would make it sink because it doesn't have all the parts that are requisite for a ship.
We could imagine the rest of it. We could paint the rest of it on the ground.
Just pretend it's there.
Pretend it's there. And a couple of sacrificial anodes, we're good to go.
It was bought for $1, but how much does it cost to transport it from where it is right now, on top of an aircraft carrier, by the way, onto the ground, across the port of Brownsville, up the road, and then onto our riverside? And how do you have to prepare the ground so that you don't just put it down on the ground and then the next day you come back and it's a deck shorter?
Wait a minute. They moved the tower segments from the port.
How much does that cost?
I don't know. We're talking about weight, not costs.
Okay. It's all good and well while somebody else is paying for it.
Chat, call me if you like my idea. Call me.
And also if you have won the lottery. Or you just want to make a really bad investment.
Is this a Vulcan Restoration Trust t-shirt? No, it's
a materials
company. It's a mining company.
Oh. Piggyback on a SpaceX transport.
Yeah, see, we get Ernok to drive it, and we get Goalie to lift it. It's perfect.
Oh, gosh. It has a nuclear power generator at River for NSF. Actually, it was a conventional carrier. It ran on fuel oil. It was like bunker oil.
Yep.
It wasn't a nuclear carrier.
The last one, man.
Yeah. With RTG, what is it?
RTG.
RTG. Oh, get an RTG.
We'll put one right there. It'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen.
No, we should move it away from the site a little bit.
Yeah, we'll probably put it over
Don't
there.
those RTGs make like 100 watts or something?
Yeah.
Like not very many watts?
It depends.
I could work with 100 watts.
It depends on the RTG, to be honest with you. It'll make 100 watts for like 50 years.
Yeah. Huh.
No battery swaps. Where's Jack?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, where's Jack? We'll get just Matt Z. When I win the lotto, NSF will get a generous contribution. Nice. About buying things.
Primo, why you got to do that?
Just like throw him right under the bus.
Why you got to do that? I want to buy a bus. Dang it!
Hey, somebody give me the real number. What the RTG on like one of the Rovers or whatever makes?
I don't. Think...
Is it like 60 watts or something like that? I don't know. I think it's
it's more than that. It's more than that.
You think it is? Like a Voyager's RTGs. I wonder how many. I don't know off the top of my head. Clearly, I could look it up. I'm in the field right now. I'm not doing that.
150 watt ish. Is
it
what
150 watt ish?
That's what Make's saying. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people are typing in the member chat. Huh?
470.
470.
We could really make that work.
Wow.
Dang.
That's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
We could do a lot with 470.
470. Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Huh.
All right, Red Munchkin. See ya.
Oh, good deal.
Can you still see it out there? Yes, you can.
It's on the transport station.
Yeah, it's a... Oh, so why am I wearing a hoodie? It's like damp and a little chilly. It's not cold. It's just the air is really damp, and I just put on the hoodie. I got places to go. I don't want to get sick hanging out here for too long. So
just looking at the shot. It's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just the background there.
Yep.
Anyways... Ford makes hybrid trucks that are also generators. But do you know how much other forms of power generation I could get for the cost of a Ford Lightning?
Guys, I'm saying this as Mr. Roll Cole over here. Solar's the best way out here. It's not even a judgment call.
Solar's good. I like solar and wind combined would probably be the best call, but the complexity of mapping, like adding a wind generator into a primarily solar setup or anything like that is tough. And when I checked in to the wind generators, the lifetime on a wind generator out here is so short. It's
it's just going to get corroded. Solar is the way to go.
These are the original panels we put in. We haven't had to replace any of these panels. Sometimes we get a little defect or something in the panels, but these panels are just kicking along. They cost us $200 each, $250 each when we bought them. So they're 215 watts each, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 at each site. So it's 860 watts roughly.
Yeah.
And the site will run 50, 60, 70 watts. When we put a bunch of cameras, turn a bunch of stuff on, it'll be 120, 150. Dan's shaking his head. Yeah,
I mean, our power consumption is really low here, guys.
Yeah,
We're not like welding out here. So yeah, solar makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Journey. How many SPMTs to transport the entire carrier to NSF property? Maybe SpaceX could donate an SPMT.
I don't think the carrier tower would come over on a single SPMT.
Yeah, you'd probably need a lot. Like I'm thinking booster transport stand.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 of them hooked together.
Alien, the batteries these days really aren't that expensive anymore. Like the price on lithium iron phosphate batteries are way down.
Yep.
Like they've been way down. So
someone's making a lot of them.
Just making a lot of them.
Hey, I got a question coming over from Twitch chat. Does NSF have any internship openings?
Internship openings. We have some stuff we could call an internship.
Like fixing the vehicles.
We have all sorts of community opportunities is probably the right way to say it.
Yep.
Where we can get you access to do cool stuff, and I wouldn't term it an internship. Now, if you were in a situation where for school you needed an internship and you had a specific set of skills that would help us, there's probably something we could do, but we don't currently have any internship, but we have a ton of community support where people chip in with their knowledge and skills and time to help us with what we do. I don't know if that answers the question. Hopefully that sort of answers the question.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, guys. Just get involved.
Yeah, but if we got another intern, what would EJ do? Seriously? That's from chat. It's right there. It's what's
it's Credence.
Blame the members.
Yeah. Guy.
Oh, we read your comment. Anyways,
it's starting to get dark.
We are going to need to pack this up, and we're getting to a mode where water and humidity is going to start getting all over the gear, and then we're going to pack it away. Then we're going to have to dry it out, and I'm supposed to be transporting stuff. If not tonight, tomorrow.
Yep.
So I think we do need to shut down the behind the scenes flame trench thing here. Kevin, are we good to shut things down?
Hi, Kevin. I'm never stopping. Sorry.
I wonder if did joining the members multi-view disconnect me from the other comms channel? I bet you it did. It did. I have to go and rejoin the other voice.
Twitch chat says thank you.
Yes. Kevin, I'm back in Discord over here with you now. Are we clear to shut things down? I think Kevin's just listening to me on the bonded video stream, because otherwise he'd get an echo of me, which would be maddening. Yeah, and my earbuds have died, so I'm hearing you from the phone. We good to close things down?
Yes, sir. Just knock over EJ for saying the hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Knock over EJ.
Yeah, nice.
Have you seen the Have you seen the difference between us? You want me to knock over EJ? Dan, we need both of y'all actually, probably.
Knock over EJ?
Try me.
I can start the truck maybe and use it.
Yeah, use the truck.
I lift your truck and throw it into the woods. Launchpad parts? Launchpad parts? Launchpad parts?
Really?
Oh yeah, those are
Kevin.
Those are parts of the trench.
I think we're good to go ahead and shut stuff down now. Thank you so much for running the wacky stream here. I hope it was fun.
It was fun. Let's roll the outro.
Let's roll the outro.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Later, Twitch.
See you guys. Thank you. I'll see you on Monday.
And here we go. We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be normal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Throttling up. Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Water towers, fly! Yes! Tango down to nominal.
Flighting downside FD off. Bring in FD off. Off. It's orange! Orange 45! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage.
Put that in the big bag,
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You bet. Sure. We don't need any more of these.